Hello, Internet.
No.
We always start about 20 minutes late, but that's usually my fault. But here we are.
But if we're reliably 20 minutes late, then we're always on time,
That's not...
right?
Exactly.
Sure.
Sure.
That's totally how it
Sure.
works.
I think it works.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
So, we'll just say that that's fine. Because of course it is.
Yeah. I see no problems with this.
Ooh, I forgot.
These are very kobold names. I like it.
They're so good. I looked through a bunch of them because I saw them out once before, and it's just so good.
I mean, they are what they are. They're named for what they are.
Yeah, they're very honest about their names.
Yeah.
The bad caves, they're bad. Don't go over
Yeah.
there.
So,
The ring, it's
The
a
new
big
place.
ring.
where we left off last time, the party, known as the Stormcrows, had been traveling through the Underdark, having escaped the dangerous dungeon of Undermountain. Lots of unders. Across an underground lake and river, on a small craft that has some sort of magical property to it. And after encountering several mysterious traps, a large creature that lived beneath the lake, and some errant travelers that were on rafts and boats in the river with them, they arrived at the city of Brightcandle.
We made a friend, question mark?
Yeah. The first
Oh, yeah.
the first and last kobold city ever recorded. And as you pulled into the dock, you were immediately questioned by many kobolds. With a bit of some rules checking, some negotiations, and likewise, interesting interactions with this kobold junk shaman. This shaman said that she had other business to attend to and requested that the Swolebalds be summoned.
Oh, I need to make another spoon to my to-do list.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I did
I
tell
was-
her I had expertise in spoon making. She wanted
I
a
was
better
really
spoon.
confused for a second.
So,
Just a better casting focus. You gotta upgrade your casting focus, and hers happens to be a spoon.
So as you are being led off in the direction of the other, there's like an entry line for normal Underdark residents, and then there is an outsiders line. No, please don't play that.
I'm so sorry. I have a really important question. So how for normal people, casting focus can be like staff, wand, rod, orb. For junk shamans, is it like teaspoon, tablespoon, ladle? Just vary in size.
You aren't familiar with the way that junk shamans cast spells per se, so you're not.
Is that at least
100%.
possible?
It is at least possible. I mean, the focus that she appeared to be using was a staff comprised of lead pipes and a chandelier. But
Oh, okay. The spoon wasn't the casting focus.
no,
It was
didn't seem
just-
to be. But
Okay.
there-
Too bad.
Yeah, it is a shame. So as you walk up towards the line here, you all see that the only other people in line are two drow. A man and a woman are dressed in kind of commoners' clothes and have satchels, and are talking amongst themselves as you enter the line. Seems to be a lot more space in line, as if it could have fit, I don't know, 4 more people, but it doesn't seem to have
Huh, strangely specific number.
I don't know, between 4 and 7. So as you all stand in line and are looking at each other, you can hear the racket of various shrill and deep voices from beyond this massive gate before you, which upon closer inspection looks a lot less elegant. some of the initial structural architecture appears to be elven.
Wait,
or at
less
least,
elegant than what?
well, then it looked at a distance.
Oh.
It looks like it was like the initial structure was elven and very sleek and very presentary. However, it has been over the years patched up with just about anything. Plates of metal, hardened mud, piles of gravel that have just filled holes. There's a place where there looks like a hole was covered up with a bucket, and then the bucket was nailed to the wall.
Oh, wow.
It's a city wall in the same way that, like, yeah, it's not fantastic. But there are there's the main gate, which people are going towards, and there's a small side door that you all are waiting in line for. And you can just hear the racket of other like, thousands of voices from the other side of the gate. The echoing is kind of problematic. It's pretty loud.
Yeah.
You hear, those of you that can speak Draconic hear a conversation in Draconic going on at the front desk. And then you see this small, there's this little kobold, kind of this wizened
Come
yellow...
on, internet, be better.
There's this wizened yellow-scaled
Internet,
kobold with a
no.
little gavel. And, you see him smack it down on the desk twice, and then go, "Next!" And the people that we're talking to move off into the city, and the two drow move up.
Hello?
Hi.
Yes,
My
hello.
internet decided it's not real, and then my phone automatically disconnected from Discord and then reconnected me without me doing anything.
Can you hear
Huh.
us now?
I can hear you now, I just don't understand what my phone's doing.
Okay.
I've turned off Wi-Fi and now it works. So apparently my, like, essentially 1.5 bars of cell signal, because it keeps going in and out, is better than full bars of Wi-Fi that I'm paying
Wow.
for.
Cool. Anyway. Yeah, and you can see this little wizened yellow-scaled kobold talking to the drow. They switched to Undercommon, so you're not sure exactly what they're saying. You're all standing in line. You have left your boat behind. Is there anything you left on the boat other than the cargo that was on it?
I don't,
Probably
I
not.
don't think so.
good question is, where are the drugs?
Good question. As far as I know, Nissa still has them.
But we don't know what they are.
The
Some of
drugs, or
them.
did you leave them on the boat?
I have some of
Oh.
the drugs. The rest are in a barrel. On the
No,
boat.
not that stuff. The
Wait, which
the
stuff?
clay.
There's the clay and the herbs.
They were reminded on Monday when they when they were listening into the Monday group that you still have a giant, very pure distilled clay bottle of the
Oh,
very
yeah.
illegal,
Vial?
very illegal. No, it's a pretty big. Yeah, it was in the safe. It's a pretty big bottle.
Oh wow.
It's a bottle.
It was like a
Wow.
vial for
I
a
forgot
giant.
that. I forgot
Yeah,
about
no,
that.
you still have that on you, as far as I'm aware. So
It's okay, you're just holding it for a friend, right?
Right.
that makes it okay.
Well,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
probably
that definitely-
would
that-
still have it on
totally
me
fine.
because I wouldn't
In her
want it.
defense, we don't actually know what it is.
You guys
That's
don't
true.
even know I have it, as
No.
far as I know.
Nope.
No.
Only
No.
me and Zephyr, and we never got a chance to really talk about that, mostly because he asked me to keep something else a secret.
Yeah.
So we don't even know what we're getting into.
Nope.
All
So you're
right.
sitting there. And then the small kobold bangs the gavel on the desk again. You hear in Draconic, "Next!" And the two drow move off.
I motion to the rest of the group.
Alright.
That's us, I think.
The two swolebalds with their arms crossed move up and close the gate. The small, it's more like a cell door that's been repurposed. And you move up to the desk. The kobold squints up at you, and the kobold is wearing 2 monocles instead of glasses.
Of course.
State your name and business, please. Speak up.
Aridin goes forward, raises, and is the person speaking in Draconic?
Draconic, yeah.
Okay, so Aridin will say in Draconic, Aridin, we've come here to meet someone.
Eridan, meeting someone, eh? Who are you here to see?
So this is going to sound like I'm trying to be difficult, but I'm not. I am being sincere when I say that their name is Nobody.
Okay, nobody. And are you a tradesperson or a soldier or...
Adventure. I guess you could say mercenary if you want.
Adventurers. Perfect.
What do you mean perfect?
Do you have an adventuring license?
Oh boy.
Well, we were made aware that we required a trade license, which we acquired.
Traders need trade license. You're an adventurer, yes?
Yes.
You need adventuring license.
We would be happy to apply for one.
Rustles around some papers and puts out some forms that are written in Draconic.
Here, sign name and read.
I'll do them in the other order if you don't mind.
Are there forms for everyone?
Yeah, but they're all in Draconic.
So at a quick glance, do they look identical to each other?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna read one and see what it says.
Yeah, it's pretty much just saying that you are liable for damages that you and your adventuring career causes while in the city of Brightcandle. You owe a 10% cut of any gold that you find anywhere within a 5-mile radius of Brightcandle.
Ooh.
Also, the king is going to need to personally certify your weapons. And also you need to swear secrecy to never reveal the location of Brightcandle to any governments outside of Brightcandle.
Governments.
I look at them. I have no general objection, but I would like to know what the inspection and certification entails.
We need to make sure you're not gonna kill all the people.
I mean, how do you certify that just by looking at a weapon?
King very smart. Sign name.
Understood. And I just look at everyone. Yeah, it's the only thing that y'all might have an issue is if we find any gold within 5 miles, we owe them 10%. But other than that, it's fairly straightforward. There's no fee described on the form.
Nope.
Mord leans in kind of close. It says specifically gold, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll be converting everything to silver and copper.
Well,
I
technically, we
see.
still found the gold.
I see you've already learned the bureaucracy.
Yes.
Didn't take long.
Really, the question is whether the kobolds know Zone of Truth.
Sign name.
Yes, and I'll sign. Eric will sign his name.
You signed it full name?
Yeah.
Okay, there's barely enough space. Most of these forms only have enough space for, like, one name. But you can fit it in there. You can fit it in there.
Alright.
Tell a
Mord
friend
will-
sign name.
Yes, and I motion to the rest of the group.
Mord will sign one, but he signs it in Orcish script. 'Cause that's how he best knows.
The
How
kobold
to
narrows
write.
his eyes, but doesn't comment.
I'll sign one.
Alright. Yeah, so you actually, you kind of look down and manage to sign in what language?
This is common.
Okay, you signed in common.
And apparently the king
We
wants
should have
to
signed in
inspect them.
different languages for every single one of us.
So far, you've done that.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, Draconic, Orcish, and Common.
Nissa, are you signing?
Yeah.
In what language? Just curious.
Do you speak? I feel like. Do you speak Abyssal?
Sadly.
Yeah, I think you.
No. Okay, I thought you did for some reason. Sign in the weirdest language you know.
I know Elvish, Dwarvish, I believe. Do I know Gnomish? I don't remember.
Any of those
Common.
work.
Yeah.
You speak, according to my thing, you speak Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
I thought I knew one more. Oh well, whatever.
If you do, I'm not
I guess-
familiar with it.
Elvish.
Okay, you signed in Elvish. You did indeed all sign in different languages. Kobold
Really
takes-
making this easy for him.
He takes the papers.
Bucket!
One of the Swolebalds says,
Yes, sir. I need Runekeeper right now. Go!
and he moves off.
We should not have done that.
If he says that in Draconic, I'll just quietly mention. Apparently, they're calling in someone named Roomkeeper.
Did you say room or rune?
Rune.
Oh,
That's what I thought.
Roomkeeper.
Runekeeper is job, not
Oh.
name.
What languages did you all sign in?
Draconic.
I use common.
Oh,
Elvish.
I signed in Orcish.
Weird surface dwellers. You're all surface dwellers, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh wait, I can't understand him unless he's talking in common.
Yes, if we're all surface dwellers. Just nod.
Ward nods.
I nod.
Yeah,
Hmm.
technically, I guess.
Surface dweller lately.
Over the last 100 years, yes.
What does the sun look like?
Sign?
What
Which
does sun look like?
Oh,
Paradin, what's he asking?
he's asking what the sun looks like. It's
Oh!
it's
No,
very
cast
bright,
light.
and we're generally not advised to look straight at it. Would you like to see some light? We can make some for you.
No, thank you.
Understood.
He's still got his eyes narrow behind the double monocles. At this point, another kobold comes around. This one, with kind of purplish, dark blue scales, wielding a staff that is this one is literally just a lead pipe. There is nothing else to it. It is just a really long lead pipe.
I should have signed in Dwarvish instead of Elvish because it'd be funnier an elf signing in Dwarvish.
The kobold squints down at the papers.
What am I looking at? These are names. Tell me names. Mord.
The moment she says that, the double monocle kobold leans back.
What? Mord.
And they look at each other.
Oh no.
Then look back over at Mord.
Mord, what did you do?
I signed my name.
You can hear them saying Mord, as the pronunciation is not different.
What? Why are they saying my name?
They both point at you.
Mord?
Slowly nods, looking very worried.
Bucket!
The Swoleballs comes back over.
Send missive to guild now. Which guild, sir? You know the one. No, seriously, I need to know which guild to send the missive. Explorers Guild, damn it!
And he leaves.
What did you do?
Good, sounds good. What are the names? Nissa.
What's going on?
Nissa and Pavu. Adventurers, you're in the ledger. Go in. Bye-bye.
And slams the gavel on the table and opens the
Bye bye.
Wait, what? Why are they saying my name?
Go. Next.
Paradin?
I couldn't tell you more. They just said, there was a... Sorry, apparently your name, was of interest to the Explorers Guild.
Oh, I don't like that.
Go. Out of office.
Well, I guess we have to go then.
You can see a group of 7 red caps move in behind you.
Oh God! Go! Go!
As you're leaving, you can hear one of the red caps say, "We need to get in right now."
Denied.
I'm gonna turn and look, hearing that, and just like kind of try to linger, see if anything's brewing here.
All of the red caps like, kind of stomp their feet angrily, and then the Swoleballs
Which
start...
is really loud, right?
yeah, it is. And then at this point, all 3 of the Swoleballs just start punching their own hands, and then they start moving out.
It's amazing.
Yes, go, denied.
And then you also look back and see the papers that you had on the desk. You see the you didn't notice earlier, but as the kobold slams the gavel down onto the papers, you can see it's actually a stamp with a check mark on it.
Right. Did,
Wow.
Did the red caps respond to this display of force?
Oh yeah, they left. They're not dealing with...
Okay.
The Swoleballs each have a strength of 19, I think.
Oh wow.
They're really strong.
They're all stronger than Mord.
Yeah, all of the swole balls. They're still like kobold sized, but they're just really muscular. So you move off.
So, God.
And there's just a tunnel before you that all the noise of the city is echoing down from Trapgate onwards. Now you kind of join the throng of people on the road that are joining from all the trading ships. And as you get started walking here, you are all entering at it would be Trapgate number 5. So as you all are moving into the city here.
5. I'm trying to see which one is 5. Is it?
It says the biggest entrance. It's the far right gate of.
There it is. Okay, gotcha.
I see.
Oh, so can we see the big stuff pile then?
We're getting to that. So you're walking.
Okay.
I'm just giving you reference. So you pass these 2 ramshackle towers that have been set up like little watchtowers, and you can see like there's no one in the towers because it's too small for people to actually get into. But there are 3 or 4 kobolds with wings and crossbows perched on the roof, just glowering down at anyone who walks into the city. And you can see spreading out before you these roads that some of them kind of dip downwards further than they need to into the ground. Buildings kind of stretch up around. Some of these round, like, yurts that kobolds appear to be living in. There also is a mixture of buildings that look elvish in design, but are either run down and repaired with random garbage or completely destroyed. Off to your far left, there is just a gigantic pile of stuff. Scrap metal, pieces of errant stone, broken machinery, discarded weapons and armor. Lots of metal crap, but there's also broken wooden furniture, glass bottles, anything and everything. And stretching out...
Scrap metal, you say?
Lots of scrap metal. There do appear to be guards posted around it, though.
Aww.
Also, all the roads here that you can see at the moment all gradually dip downwards into this gigantic hole that is just a pit that stretches down... it stretches downwards into this kind of circular... like almost like a sand pit, like an arena, except it's full of just various like carts and stalls and just blankets covered in wares, people buying and selling. It's completely unorganized. It's like if someone decided to set up a market on the beach. It's basically what you're looking at here.
Right.
And yeah, the tunnel, like the cavern that this city is in, goes up at least 200 feet before hitting a rough ceiling. And you can see occasionally various creatures are perched around the ceiling and are fluttering around. You catch sight of 1 or 2 winged kobolds flying over top of the city carrying bags. Welcome to Brightcandle.
Well, that is
All right.
pile of stuff.
Are there any buildings around that look like a tavern or an inn?
I mean, a lot of these ones, most of them are unmarked that you can see at the moment. Like, there's a couple buildings that seem like they have a lot of people in them, but a lot of the buildings, at least around you, are kobold-sized buildings. And you all would be hard-pressed to fit inside.
Yeah.
Building the size of a
Especially the larger people.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do?
I mean, I imagine we're probably ahead of nobody, seeing as they seem to be limited to the same methods of travel we were, at least. Or maybe he was just conceding to us, but if there's nowhere for us to stay, we may just want to stay near the gates. Oh yes, we still have to do the damned weapons certification.
Right.
Well, they never
So,
really brought up how
if we can find somewhere to sit down, or, if we can't, we can always just stand somewhere awkwardly and figure this out, but I think this is probably going to be our last stop before whatever we're headed into, and I'd like to take this opportunity to get some supplies if possible. Upgrade anything that needs upgrading and make sure we're fully prepared.
Makes sense. Huh. Well, I don't know how we're going to fit into the shops. We look at Nissa.
Honestly, we
Maybe
don't
you could,
completely need. I could just find a forge somewhere. I think I could make most of what we need.
What do you think we need exactly?
Well, I see a lot of metal over there, and I've been meaning to get some better armor. And I think I've come up with something for Nissa.
What?
Armor. I've got some designs for some armor that will work for you.
Okay.
The first thing I need is I don't know what you call it. It's a measure string.
Measuring tape.
Yes, sure. Never said that in common before. I need one of those.
Okay. I'm sure we could find one somewhere.
So we're going to need to buy some things and make some things and get our weapons certified and right.
Well, maybe we should start with our weapons before the tiny kobolds try and kill us.
That's a good idea. How do we do that?
Good
I look
question.
at Aridin.
Does it look? I mean, do I see anything that looks? I mean, I know it's kobolds, but vaguely official. Any kind of structure that looks a little more distinguished or less ramshackle than the rest.
Roll a perception check.
All right, or like just a kobold standing around, watching. That is a 9.
9. You're not suited to seeing in the dark. In a lot of the city, there are a lot of lights around, but it's still fairly dark as a whole, and seeing anything at a distance is fairly just hard to pick out. You don't see anything super... You can't see much beyond the immediate couple roads around you. In fact, none of you can, really, because your tick person's only about 60 feet.
Well, Nissa.
Well, still, 120 doesn't make that much of a difference in a place like this. But,
True.
yeah, like, there's a lot of, glittering lights. You don't know, like, even the place you're looking at looks like a, it doesn't look like a city, but it's like a fairly large village. You're not sure how far in the city goes. Obviously we are, because we're looking at the map and can see that you're in Rummage, which is a village by comparison.
You know what would be a good first step? Getting a map.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Wonder if anyone sells a map.
There is a giant pit of people selling things before you, so if you want to go poke around.
Oh, why did you mention that?
I did. It was
Oh.
part of the description.
Yeah,
you
it was
did.
like the
It was
first thing you mentioned.
It was like a,
Yeah.
a giant.
I heard the big pile of stuff. I didn't realize there were people manning
Oh
it.
no, no, the pile of stuff is separate. The pile of stuff is to your left.
Oh.
There's a giant pile of crap, but in front of you, all the roads kind of descend down into this large pit.
Yeah,
where
if you look
there
at the
are-
map, there's the big stuff pile and the trading pit.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
there's
wait, where is the map? I just see the thing on roll. Is it a handout? Hold on.
it's a
Yeah.
handout. Yes, it is a handout.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was a
But yeah,
handout.
there's a giant pit full of like stalls and blankets with wares kind of laid out and carts, and just like lots of people have set up stuff all over this giant. Like I said, it's like a marketplace trying to be set up on the beach because the pit has a lot of sand in it.
Robin, meet me in the Bat Caves.
There you go. So,
We would have gotten in.
top right of this map, there is
yeah.
the trading pit.
Which,
You beat
which one of those entrances do we take?
Trapgate 5.
Five.
It has the largest entrance, the largest
Okay.
cave entrance.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you can descend into the trading pit and see what you can find if you want.
Suppose we should do that.
All right.
Yeah.
So you all start going down this kind of little steep incline here. You're the biggest people in the crowd at the moment by far. There's a lot of kobolds, of varying scale colors, which is odd. Generally, where you're from, you only see red or occasionally white. But yeah, there's all varying chromatic dragon colors amongst here. But you also see some goblins occasionally. You can also catch sight once or twice of these dark, kind of deep gray skinned, balding gnomes that make their way throughout the crowd. As you're descending into the trading pit, the first thing that catches your eye is off to the left of the road, there is this kiosk where there is a very lanky kobold with blue scales that is sitting there, kind of these little horns sticking up off the top, and is surrounded by books. There are books stacked all over this little kiosk area. And one of them is open, and clearly you can see them writing in it with a quill. And then they look up immediately and go, "Heh!" Say in Draconic, "Here!" And then say in Common,
Visitors, over here, please.
Yes, we'll walk over, I guess.
Licenses.
Well, we got the licenses there, I assume, right?
You
we
were
just signed the
handed.
forms?
You signed the forms, and I forgot to mention that you were handed these small tokens.
Okay,
present.
yeah, we'll show. Present the token then.
Yeah, you present these little tokens.
Adventures, eh? What are you looking for here in Trading Pit today?
I look at Mord.
We're hoping to find a few things, but first, a map.
Map. Maps. I have map here for the discerning fools. Let me see. Ah, yes. Map of
Discerning
Brightcandle
fools
for
we
dummies. It will be 25 gold pieces.
For dummies, do you have a better one?
This is dummies.
No, I mean, that one's for dummies. Do you have one that's not for dummies?
Oh, you want a good map? Let me see. Here I have Kobold map for discerning genius, 30 gold.
Can I look
All
at
right.
those and note?
Can we look at both?
Any differences?
Yeah, make a reception check for me.
Can I do that?
Sure. You can lean up and try and take a look too.
Oh, hey, that's a nat 20, so 21.
That's also a nat 20, so 30.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Will's.
We're rolling
check.
really well tonight, though, Dave.
Yeah, 2 nat
that's
20s, first
that's a
rolls.
strong start.
The map at first glance, Aridin, they look kind of like slightly different, but not too different. Mord, you can see that there's definitely, you kind of like scan it with and immediately make out like there's a lot more labeled buildings on the other one, the more expensive one.
Right. Give me just one moment to consult some. All right. Well, I like this one, but is there anything you would take instead of gold?
What do you got?
Mord like takes his backpack and swings it around to the front and like opens it up, starts rummaging through that. He pulls out a 6-inch gear. What about this?
25 gold and the gear.
Okay. He goes back to his bag and starts rummaging around.
Hence the name of the city, or the village.
Uh-huh. What about this? And he pulls out strange little thing that he puts in his mouth and he blows, and oh look, it's a kazoo. Why do I have a kazoo? I don't know.
Because we need to get rid of it.
How
Deal!
about this?
Takes the gear and the kazoo off the table, drags them back, and then throws the map at you.
It's the better map, right?
Yeah.
Here you take.
Thank you.
Good luck in
Good
trading,
deal.
adventurers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You head off then?
As soon as we get out of earshot, Mord turns and looks at them and goes, "Their city is amazing.
Also,
I just
yeah,
bought this map for a gear and whatever the fuck that was."
the map you have bought is this map.
Awesome.
So where do you want to go?
Alright. So, Mord
It's a
like,
shame you gave away that kazoo. I heard that if you get a duck to choke on it, you can manage long distance communications very quickly.
the fuck?
What?
Oh yeah, you guys wouldn't have been around for dial-up internet.
Oh, yeah, no, I missed that.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, well, let's just say the dial-up internet sounds like a duck choking on a kazoo.
It really does.
It's incredible. That's amazing. Okay. Right, so, oh man, this place is big. Well, we're over there. Yeah, okay, we're in the trading pit. Wait, what does that say? Stuff maker smithy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, so we've got the big stuff pile, stuff maker smithy, the book place. Where were we trying to go? We were trying to get our weapons authorized, right? Does that say trade guard?
Bye! Yes. Alright. Jesus Christ.
Maybe. Do we have to go to the trade guard, maybe?
Perhaps.
Did you say we were trying to find the king? Maybe the crown is where the king is?
I wonder if the Elder Hall may be a source of information. They may be able to.
Could be. Or is that, what does that say? Does that say the boss house?
Yes.
Wow.
Maybe the boss house.
Makes sense. I mean, we probably don't want to go walking straight down into the king's area. Also, Shroomworks.
You're all just sitting at the corner of the trading.
Wait, where are the Shroomworks?
Below where it says the
Oh.
ring, all under the
I
crown.
see them. The Shroomworks.
So yeah, you all are just
Wow.
huddled around in the trading pit, just all looking at the map together at the moment.
Yeah.
I
Don't
assume
we have to
Eridan's
get our
translating.
weapons registered? And by that, I mean, you guys. I mean, I do have a few visible ones.
Yes, I mean that's what we're trying to figure out how to do. They weren't very specific about that.
Oh,
No.
listen, there's a place here called Elf Hall.
Interesting. They
Don't
could
know
either
what
be
that
really
is.
bad or really good.
That's
Or somewhere
what
in
I was
between.
thinking.
Well, that's very specific.
Do we need a ladder?
What?
Do we need a ladder?
For what?
Because there is a ladder house.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen specialists in ladder making before.
As far as I
Yes,
know,
there-
we do not need a ladder.
Ladder makers are at the top of their game.
They really are.
Uh,
God damn it.
wow.
That was a good one.
That's not funny.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Hey,
it is.
actually, take an inspiration. I keep forgetting to use inspiration in this game.
I'll take it.
Does that say Mix World?
Yes.
That's,
Wait,
I feel
where?
like that's either a bar or an alchemist. Or maybe both.
both. Or dos.
Yeah, actually, I bet it's both. Wait, does that say mail house?
Yes.
They have mail here?
It would seem.
Huh.
Who'd have thunk it?
Okay. Right, wait, where are we going?
I don't know. Where are
I
you?
don't know.
The
There's-
Elder Hall is an early stop, so we may as well go by there on the way around the circle.
Yeah, we could go to the Elder Hall, then the boss house, and then the crown, if we have to.
Yeah, the fact that the Elf Hall has a spiral on it is kind of odd. It's the only place I see such. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Could be it. And I wonder what these things are that's just like 3 spirals going together.
Oh, yeah, there's multiple of those.
Few of those. Also, what on the main path are just the circles with X's?
You're not sure.
Guess we gotta find out. So, I think step 1, which might be the hardest part, is we have to cross the trading pit. Which means we have to go wade through a sea of kobolds.
Or you can just take a road around the top of it if you prefer.
There's roads around the top?
There is a road around the top of it, yes. That goes by
Better
a big
organized
stuff
than I
pile.
was expecting.
So are you going
I kind of want to
through?
just wade through the trading pit.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
You don't have a cart, so it wouldn't be that difficult.
Also, I'm sure it's unintentional, but it worries me how much the pit under Crown looks like a face. On the left side, it's
Oh.
got like a defined chin, mouth, and
Oh,
nose.
Is that the thing
And
I was
maybe
talking
like a
about?
horn? I think so, yeah. If you accept, like, it's got a little stub horn on the forehead and then hair going back. It's a very well-defined face.
Does that say risky biz?
Yes.
In the bottom?
Yes, it does.
Where?
Where?
And
Oh, right,
to the
it's-
left
it's-
where it says the ring.
It's risky bits.
Oh.
Which is no more encouraging.
Yeah.
Is that Bit's learning place, too?
Yeah.
So, right nearby.
Bits is learning place.
Wait.
One has a Z, one has an S.
Yeah.
Below the barracks, does that say South stuff here?
Yep.
South Stuff House.
Oh.
Not much better.
There's also a North Stuff House in the Tumble Pits. You have to differentiate the stuff houses.
Yeah,
Clearly.
you do. Gotta be real specific about those stuff houses.
So are you going...
Wait.
Huh?
Does that say Troublehold or Tanglehold in the Tumble Pits?
Neither. It says Tumblehold.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, that's real smart.
The one that's really hard to read on this map, though, because I messed it up, is Marrowhold, which is right next to where you are, but you can't see that yet.
Oh, I see where it is.
Yeah, it's a rough... I'm gonna erase that and redo it, but haven't yet.
Right, well, we should get moving.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just go straight through the trading pit, come out the other side, pass by the book place, at least see what it is, even if we don't go in. Because I'm curious. What do other people think about this plan?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
All right. And we all wade into the kobolds.
You move in. There is a chattering of mostly Undercommon with the occasional Draconic in this pit here, so none of you can understand what's being said. A couple
Right.
people try to offer you
Except
things.
for Eridan.
No, Eridan doesn't speak Undercommon.
Or, didn't you say Draconic?
Yeah, there's the occasional Draconic, so you pick up on a couple things you can understand, but most of it is just nonsense. As you're waiting through, though, a couple people try to offer you things and then quickly realize you can't understand them and move off. There is one very insistent kobold wearing an apron who is trying to get you all to buy meat on a stick.
Is the meat identifiable?
It's some small animal. Yes. That has been...
As long as you don't tell me it's long pig.
No.
Hold on 1 second. Mord stops when this guy's trying to offer this to him.
It's just yapping in Undercommon at him.
Yeah. He pulls
Holds up
out
3
of his
fingers.
bag. Hold on, sorry, I'm erasing the kazoo really quick. I don't have that written down anymore.
Yeah, no, it's very valuable. Make sure it's not...
don't want to get that wrong.
Apparently it's worth 25 gold to a kobold.
Yeah.
Well,
We
with
really
the
need to
gear,
get
with the
our-
gear. But yeah.
Well, no, the gear was worth 5. The
Oh,
kazoo
right, yeah,
was
yeah.
worth the other 25.
Yeah.
It's a kazoo.
Mord reaches into his bag and pulls out Oh my god, sorry, the list is just so long.
How much crap are you carrying?
It's
A
none of
lot?
it's very big or very heavy. There's just a ton of little things, right? Like I have a piece of paper with Nissa and Zephyr's blood on it.
What?
What?
Why?
That goes all the way back to the night garm.
Oh, right, yeah. The blood was
Yeah.
different.
I pull out 3 very worn and ripped shirts that are Mord sized, so like the size of this kobold.
Do you,
Are you
And
gonna
offer them to him.
3 by giving him?
are you just
I'm
gonna,
just pulling out 3 of things.
so you give him the 3 shirts?
I offer them to him in exchange for the meat.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh boy. 2.
2. He kind of looks at them and then back up at you and like holds up his 3 fingers to your face. And so it keeps
So
yapping.
back in the bag, starts rummaging around again. Pulls out 3 empty books.
Okay. And you try to offer these over. Roll persuasion again.
Yup. 0.
Holy Christ. He knocks the books out of your hand and moves off into the crowd.
Mord looks visibly disappointed and puts the books back in his bag.
More, just because they're kobolds doesn't mean they don't deal in currency still.
I think he just wanted 3. I didn't know what. He definitely
More,
knew what.
you've been to a
Very-
market before.
Yes, yeah, no, I knew. I wanted to see if he would just take random shit.
I mean, just because they're eccentric doesn't mean they're stupid.
The other guy took a gear and a kazoo for 30 gold.
Yes, because he can actually do something with those.
Moore just points at the big stuff pile. You sure?
I mean, I feel like a gear looks a lot more interesting in that than a book, don't you?
I feel like it's gonna end up in there pretty soon. Both of them.
All right.
Well,
And I bet that would
guess
really
I'm not
annoy you.
trying that meat. I was curious. I wasn't sure what it was.
Mord.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, keep going.
Okay. I have a feeling someone just robbed me.
Keep going.
Right. It's great. I love it when that happens in a city full of kobolds.
Keep
Passive perception at 25, yikes.
25.
Yeah.
Is it actually
Yeah.
25?
Yeah, it is.
I thought
Yeah,
I
it's
changed
25.
it. Okay. I thought I updated it on this sheet, but it still says 19.
Oh no,
What
it's
happened there?
In that case, no. There is a small, like, smaller than average, like clearly maybe like the equivalent of a teenage kobold that is attempting to make off with Nissa's money pouch.
What?
Moore just reaches down and like grabs them by the back of their shirt and lifts.
Just drops it and is just scrambling to be let
Nissa,
go.
that's your money. Moore lifts the kobold up to his face and just looks at them, not mad, just like a kind of expression, just like
Did he take it
shakes
out
his
of
head
the
a little bit.
backpack?
Yes,
No, it's
How?
with a 22 stealth check.
But tiny.
Yes, climb.
What the fuck?
But it apparently doesn't matter though because Mord is a god and can see everything, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter anyway.
Basically.
I scooped up the money and put it back in my bag.
Your backpack is open and there's like it looks like the kobold may have attempted to remove the button and then gave up. Do you let the kobold go?
I want to make sure he didn't take anything else first.
He's still screaming.
I turned to him. Quiet.
He doesn't seem to understand your language.
Aridin, tell him to be quiet.
I look at him. Do you know what we do with thieves? Do you know what we do with thieves where we come from?
It just stops. It shuts its mouth with a snap.
I just continue staring at him.
what'd you say?
It again scrambles to try to escape, but it can't because Mord's still holding him up.
I just quietly made a comment.
I lifted him off the ground.
I just asked if he knew what we did with thieves where we come from.
Did he try to take anything else?
I mean, the kobold is only wearing like a loincloth, so you don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are we good? Can I let him go? He kind of smells.
Sure.
Kind of pitiful, actually. You know.
Moore just lowers him as he's like running in midair, right?
Yes, basically.
Moore just lowers him until his feet are right over the ground and just drops.
He's off like a shot into the crowd.
Well, I was gonna say before he does that, Aridin is just gonna pass him like a single gold coin.
He takes it, looks up, confused. His expression shifts from gratefulness to confusion to fear, and then leaves. Like runs off with it.
Nothing like confusion.
That explains our party precisely.
Yeah, that really does. That's a pretty good summary of our party.
Confusion, fear. Those are the three
Grateful,
emotions.
confusion, fear. Sometimes they go back through that cycle a few times.
Yeah.
And then they just leave.
So you keep moving through. You can see that there is a kobold. There's like a cart with several kobolds that appear to be selling various colored vials.
Sorry, I have to interrupt. Quick question. I'm trying to remember. What did we end up doing with the Nightgarm pelt?
I think it's in the cart still. Oh no, you commissioned it to be made into something, and you hadn't picked it up yet from Blueveil.
Oh,
What was it?
I don't remember
Wait.
what you wanted it to be made. I think it was.
Didn't that go to my armor? Because I think I was getting
Maybe.
Masterwork armor made.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I think
definitely
it was-
were.
Skin, I think.
It was
It
hide
was
armor
mostly
made of hide
Hydra.
armor, I think.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have
or was
the
it
commissions
Hydra
written
hide?
down. Commissions
Anyway, yeah, it's
are
commissioned for something.
just
back
the
in Blueveil.
armor knife and arrows, so I don't think we used it for anything. It's just still in the cart.
Maybe you were intending to do something else with it.
Just
Yeah, we
wondering,
were,
because-
but we were running a little low on gold, and it wasn't going to be super helpful.
Yeah.
Just because a massive creature pelt feels like a good dissuasion.
Yeah, that's true.
Mort is wearing a wolf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Paolo
can
is
He's
wearing
like
many
7'2".
So yeah, there's these kobolds selling these vials of colored liquid. As you continue moving forward, you see this pit that has been dug in the sand, and there are 5 or 6 kobolds kind of sitting around it, and they have this little stone tablet set up in the pit, and you can see they're throwing dice. Yeah, you keep passing by. There is a group, a good, 100 feet off. There is very visibly a group of elite, the, kobold guard, that appear to be attempting to break up a fight.
Between.
Oh, just hard to tell from here. Something got out of hand. Hard to tell exactly what. You can definitely see from here that there are 2 kobolds and 2 smaller people. So there's a little bit smaller gray people involved.
We've been seeing.
Wow, that was a horrible... What? Say that again.
Hey, could it be the gnomes we've been seeing that are bald?
Maybe. Looks a little lighter gray.
Okay. Well, we're just still moving through the trading pit, right?
Yeah. All right. As long as you're not interested by any of that, then yeah, you keep going.
I feel like we should have been interested by that, but
Oh, well,
is
I more meant the cart with they're selling vials. But if you're not interested in looking over there.
I mean,
Do they look
potions
like
actually are probably
potions
not
or
a
just
bad
like-
investment while we're here?
true.
You'd have to get closer and see what they are.
Well, let's do that.
Wants to cast detect
Yeah.
magic.
I don't have that spell.
We know.
Yeah.
I'll cast it. Wait, is it a casting time? It's just an action, right?
Uh-huh.
I think so.
So I'll just drop a spell slot on it and cast that one.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic, and you're moving up towards the cart. 2 of them are magical. The others are not. That doesn't mean they don't
I'll be
do
right back.
anything, but they aren't magical.
Wait, levels detect magic?
What?
Oh, I don't have it prepared. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Detect magic. I think I do.
All right, well,
Do I?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have had it prepared for a while, but I think I swapped it out because I knew we were going to a city of sorts.
You switch to your urban spell list.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you.
So I'll cast it.
All right, you cast Detect Magic. Yeah, 2 of the vials, one of the red ones, one of the blue ones are magical. The other ones are not. Just because they are magical doesn't necessarily mean they don't do anything. But there are only 2 that are magical potions.
So we'll, I guess, ask what they're selling and.
Ah! Ah, hello, adventurers! May I interest you in one of our finest tinctures?
What sorts you have?
What's he comment? What language is he speaking?
Draconic. Wow, this is great job, Discord, with this connection.
So, yeah, I'll do the translating and
Yeah.
just let him know that what the potions are as he goes through them.
All right.
I
Here
keep
we...
saying he. Is there any gender dimorphism in kobolds?
Not much. If there is any, you haven't been able to see it. I mean, sometimes the voices are a little higher pitched, but it's hard to tell if that's just kobolds or not. Some of them have horns, some of them don't. Still really hard to tell if that means anything.
So kind of like dwarves.
Yeah, kind of like dwarves. With dwarves, sometimes it's a little easier to tell just because, like, they're more humanoid and, like, you're a little more used to looking for telltale signs. Kobolds are reptiles. It is just, like, no idea.
Yeah.
They're all scaly and kind of rat-like, equally. But yeah,
This tincture will cure all breakstone ailments. This tincture cures only the most dangerous poisons. This tincture...
Let me know when they're pointing at the magical ones.
okay.
This here helps grow hair or something, I forget. This one is magic.
Is it?
Is it one with the magical ones?
It is actually the red one, the red magical one. This one, you can see up close, it has like a little purple glitter inside of it.
What does this?
Do I recognize that?
No, not on site.
What school of magic is it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh boy, transmutation, I suppose. No,
Okay.
evocation.
Huh?
We're gonna go with evocation on this one. Seems like a safer bet.
Just assume I continue the translating, but I have to be right back and get
Okay.
a space heater set up because it is cold in here.
Okay.
Be right back.
This is magic potion makes lucky. This is
Right.
magic potion.
Points at a non-magical green vial.
This is magic potion that makes feet bigger. This is magic potion.
I'm
This is-
sorry, what?
This is magic potion that make money.
And the points at the final vial, which is actually, this one's actually magical.
This is magic vial of shrimp transformation.
What?
That's so specific.
I'm so
Have
confused.
you tested that one?
Yes. 100% functional, my sir.
Did you test it on yourself?
No. Barnes, get over here.
One of the kobolds moves over.
Yeah. Tell these fine people how you tested our shrimp transformation product. Yeah, I turned into a shrimp. It was great. He sees. Would he lie to you?
Yes.
These folks are good. I'll give you a
I didn't do, like,
discount.
insight check or anything. Just yeah.
I'll give discount.
Discount on what?
What do you want to buy?
How much for the shrimp potion?
What? What about the money? Wait, was that one magical or not?
It is.
The money one or
With-
the shrimp one?
The shrimp one.
The shrimp one.
Okay.
With honesty discount, 55 gold pieces.
Jesus Christ.
And with honesty, what does it do?
Turns shrimp.
Insight check.
Okay.
13.
Seems to be fairly honest with you.
I want this to be true so bad.
So do I!
55 gold pieces. Take it or leave it.
Do you trade in things that aren't gold?
Maybe.
What kind of things do you like? I have a lot of things.
Magic stuff. Fruit.
Fruit.
Magic fruit.
What?
Rude.
Whoa, what?
Check
What
my.
the hell is he saying?
What? I think you're the only.
Okay.
Is anyone
No, we
else
garbled
having
for me.
problems?
You sound fine now.
I'm getting some robot from you.
Alright, good. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea. Because
I mean, it's
everyone
fine
else
now,
sounds
but-
fine to me. Let me check. Let me try something really quick.
I haven't said anything because people keep garbling on me. That's why I disconnected and reconnected. Because
Ah.
everyone garbling on me.
Discord's being unhelpful today, yeah.
Yes, it is.
I thought it might be my Wi-Fi because my dad unplugged it yesterday because he's rearranging everything in the basement.
It could be, but I have noticed like the music's been garbling some too, which is usually Discord being annoying.
I never really hear the music.
Oh yeah, I always forget it's playing.
Yeah.
It's always so quiet in the background.
Well, this one right now isn't much of music. It's mostly just background, like sounds. Anyway, are you buying?
Wait.
Well, seeing as that he's not here, I want to know what he was gonna say because I've got something that I guess I'm willing to give up. The only other thing I was gonna use it for was putting in my skin, so.
That's a phrase. That's a phrase to say.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
I reconnected to the Wi-Fi and then couldn't hear anything, and no one could hear me. And then I disconnected and reconnected, and I couldn't hear anything, and no one could hear me. And then I did it again,
Wow.
and now everything works.
All right.
How
Kristen, did you
So-
change the volume of the music?
Huh?
Did you change the volume of the music?
I did just change it a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Because I, muted and unmuted it, and then all of a sudden I could hear it again.
Oh no, I turned it up a little because you said you couldn't hear it.
Okay.
I'm always worried about turning it up too
Yeah.
loud, and sometimes I think it's louder for me than it is for other people
Probably.
for some reason. Anyway,
Right, so magic fruit, huh?
magic fruit.
What about glowing yarn?
I'm listening.
I pull out the yarn. I have glow-in-the-dark yarn that I would think I bought it from Tasty.
Oh right, that.
Magic yarn. What does it do?
It glows in the dark.
Magic yarn and 20 gold for shrimp potion.
Oh my god!
I want
Wait,
the
how much
shrimp
was it
potion
before?
so bad.
You guys, that went from what was it, 50 or 55?
55.
It was 55.
It went from 55
Wow.
to 20 with glow-in-the-dark string.
I desperately want to know if I could coat my sword in this potion and turn someone into a shrimp by hitting them.
That's
Or just drink it myself. I might just drink it myself and
I
be
mean-
a shrimp for a day.
yeah. Typically, at least in real life with poisons that are ingested usually don't work
Wait.
in the bloodstream. Typically.
Oh my god. No, I really need this shrimp potion. Oh my god. Okay.
But then you would need ocean to be in.
No.
Wait, does this mean shrimp sized or literally a
A
shrimp?
shrimp.
Literally a shrimp.
Hard to. You hadn't asked, but.
I mean, from what they're saying, it sounded like literally a shrimp, but
Shrimp
Does
soup,
this
shrimp
turn you
gumbo,
into
shrimp
literally-
elf, shrimp dwarf.
Does this turn you into a shrimp or does it turn you to the size of a shrimp?
Make small shrimp.
Okay. More, do you want it?
I
Make
do.
tiny.
I have an interesting idea to test.
Oh, no.
Nissa wants to take turn away from them, like she's
Mhm.
talking to her friends, and take a knife and cut a small piece of this yarn for herself.
Okay.
And then
Make
she's willing to give the
make a
rest.
sleight of hand check.
Okay. Crap, where did my dice go? They're over here.
I did roll a natural 20.
Yeah, then I'm probably screwed.
But maybe if your sleight of hand is +1, maybe.
I don't think it's +1. It's actually better than I thought it was.
It's at least +2.
Oh. It's +5.
Alright, well, roll. Maybe you can hide it.
Yeah, no.
No. Oh, yeah, well, what'd you roll?
I got a 17.
Oh, so close. 18, because kobolds generally have -2 wisdom.
Oh,
Damn.
Wow.
I was afraid to toss it across the table because the table is covered in stuff, and I've got a puzzle out next to me, so I was trying not to lose my die.
So they see you cut the string and say,
What are you doing?
I just wanted a small piece for myself. I'm going to put it in my skin like this, and I show him my sternum.
30 golden string.
I barely took an inch.
30 creepy price. 30 in string.
Okay.
Nissa, if you don't want to give up your string, you don't have to. I can pay for this one myself. I have an
I
idea.
have no... You can try. I have no problem, though. I just need a little bit.
Okay.
What's special about the string?
We
Close
close
in
the
the
door.
dark.
In the dark. And it's
Oh.
also yarn, so I'd have to take the small threads apart in order to actually be able to sew it into my skin.
How do you all feel about really nice spoons?
The two kobolds look at each other.
More like raises eyebrows. Really nice spoons. If it's not your thing, that's fine, but a bit of a specialist.
I am not in Spoon Market.
Not in spoon. Okay, that's fine then. Okay.
Take or
How?
leave.
How about, sorry, hold on, reading list.
While Mort is digging through his bag, it turns back to Nissa and says,
Shiny string. Money.
He's the one who wants to buy it, so I can't give you the string until he tells me it's okay.
How about
Anyone be
this and 20 gold? And he pulls out one of 2 bottles of dark blue liquid. That's all I have written down.
do you recall where you got those?
No.
Well, shit.
Okay. Well, let me ask if you have any Insomniac's elixir written down.
Aha, that's what that
Because
is.
that's what those are, I'm pretty sure.
What do those do again?
It's on Roll20. There is a handout for them on Roll20.
Aha, that's why I didn't write it down.
That only you can read. Because you have them still. You could give that over if you want. But you... Oh.
Mort pulls it out, says that, and then turns it and sees the note he has stuck to it and goes, oh, never mind. Puts that back in his bag. That's really, really useful. It's incredibly useful, actually.
You found those in the embassy.
Yeah. Get rid of that really quick. Alright, you wanted what? 50 gold for these, right?
55 gold for shrimp potion.
Are you sure? I thought you said 50.
You were mistaken.
Was I?
Shows teeth.
Raises eyebrows.
Very mistaken. 55, take it or leave it.
What about the glow-in-the-dark string?
If we're talking about string, that's a different discussion.
Are you sure you want to give up the string?
Did I successfully cut my piece?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, they didn't
okay.
stop you. They just saw you do it.
I'm okay with it. I've got I've got enough to work with.
30 gold and string.
You said 20.
I did, then you were creepy. Now it's 30.
But you're being rude by calling her creepy. You should give us a discount.
Rude is law.
Wait, what?
Rude is rude.
Take or leave. Shiny string 30 gold.
Shiny string 25.
Roll a persuasion check.
14.
Shiny string 31.
You went
That's
up!
not how negotiation works.
Shiny string 20 gold or no shiny string at all.
Fine, leave. Go away then. I can keep shrimp potion for buyers.
Is anyone here going to buy your shrimp potion?
Yes.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Significantly over 20.
He's not sure.
He's not sure
He
anyone's
is
going to buy
not.
the potion.
He has no idea if anyone's gonna buy it.
I lean in really close. I don't believe you.
You don't need believe me. I tell all the truth.
Do you? Insight check.
You can use your other insight check.
Okay.
Uh,
Does he?
Sometimes. Based on, I mean, at the moment, yes.
I think you're lying to me.
I am wasting my time. Burgle.
And you hear. You see.
Is it a swollbald?
No. You see,
Uh-oh.
leaning out from behind the kiosk, there's this huge, dark green-skinned ogre.
These people are being annoying.
No, 30 in the string. 30 in the string.
Should that be what? Never mind, go back. Shoot, Burgle, shoot. Oh, fine, yeah.
You hand
I
over
love kobold names.
you hand over the string and the gold.
Yep.
All right.
I got the gold.
You may write down potion of polymorph : shrimp.
Wow, specifically for shrimp.
It transforms you into a shrimp. Yes,
I have so many
as
points.
per the polymorph spell. For 1 hour, you will become a shrimp. Which means you basically forget who you are, because its mental stats are very low.
Wow, surprisingly, a shrimp has low mental stats.
Uh-huh.
Who'd have thunk it?
Anyway, so you have that now.
If we need to get into the king's place, we just make him dinner.
1 shrimp.
Oh my god, I already love this city so much. I don't think anywhere else on the continent are you likely to find a potion of transformed shrimp.
So, as you're moving through the
Where
crowd...
did you, before we leave, I'm gonna ask him, where did you get this exactly?
I have my sources.
Alright.
The song is called Brightcandle.
What did the red potion do again?
Oh, the red potion...
He just said it was magic.
let me see.
I thought he said something else. So, did he say it made you lucky?
Yes, that's the lucky button, yes. I was scrolling through my kobold shops.
I think it really says a lot about this party that rather than focusing on the potion that's likely to give you luck points, we went to the one that turns you into a shrimp.
Yeah.
That really does.
I also think it was funny that you went for that one, considering your Discord name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
I forgot about that completely.
Also, your icon is a shrimp already.
It's literally shrimp.
Anyway.
I am the elder shrimp. No shrimp are older than I.
Shrimp potion, shrimp gumbo, shrimp soup.
I don't get that reference.
You've never seen Forrest Gump?
Guess not.
I did it once,
I haven't
like,
seen many things, to be
7
fair.
years
There's a
ago.
lot of things that I haven't seen that most people have seen.
Okay, everyone else keep going. I will be right back.
Okay. So, anyway, You keep moving through the trading pit. Nissa, you do kind of catch sight of there's like a little signpost that's been set up. It's like almost like a small billboard kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a rough sketch of an elf on it. And you can see kobolds are throwing darts at it.
Great.
No one seems to really pay you much attention, though.
Huh?
No one seems to pay you much attention, though.
I want to walk over to the kobolds throwing the darts.
All
And I
right.
want to hide my ears and my hair.
As you walk over, one of them lands one on one of the toes, and they all start cheering. And then immediately they all stop and look over as one at you. All 5 of them.
What game are you playing?
What language did you say this in?
Common.
They all start looking at each other, and the one who threw the toe dart just says in common,
Throw.
Throw?
"Throw."
Can I play?
They look at each other again, still looking confused. And the one who said throw just nods. They give you a dart and move aside.
I want to throw a dart.
Roll
Is
that.
Is it just like of an elf head or of like a stand like an like?
It's like
I'm
a
good at
whole elf
describing.
sketch.
Okay.
Just standing there in like a ridiculous pose. It looks like an elf in mid-trip.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an attack roll with dexterity.
Okay. Where did I? There it is. Hang on, I've got to move puzzle pieces out of the way.
Guys, we're also productive. On our way to get our weapons authorized, we have bought a potion that turns you into a shrimp and started playing. I'm not even sure what this game is, but
Oh. What am I rolling?
Dex check.
Oh, damn. Yeah. That sucks. 8.
8.
Ouch.
You take a throw and the dart lands in the sand. One of the kobolds elbows the other and then flicks a copper over to him. And
Can I throw one more?
Throw!
Do they hand me another dart?
No.
Nissa pulls a knife.
Okay, make an attack. Make an attack with your dagger.
Okay, that's better. Let's see. Ack. Where is dagger bonus? It's not much, but I've got a dagger bonus. Wait, yeah, that's the right page. I'm good at this. $19.
That'll do it. There's a thunk as it hits the wood directly on the elf's head. And the kobolds like look at each other. Some of them look confused, and one of them kind of gives some half-hearted claps. And then the one that seems to be the only one that can speak common says,
Throw feet. Hit feet. Kill legs.
Okay. I walk over and grab my dagger.
Okay. You're gonna aim this time for. It looks like now you kind of are looking at it. It does seem to be aiming for the feet for some reason.
I'm going to aim for the feet.
Okay, roll another attack. You got a bullseye by any other rules, but
20, not 20, plus 3.
so all 3 of you have rolled ridiculous, like, just comedy relief nat 20s here. All right.
So far, apparently.
I said all 3 of you. 3 of the 4 of you. And you throw, and this time.
Well, I rolled
Oh, sorry.
I rolled 2 nat 20s earlier today.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Jesus.
Also 2 nat 1s, but like,
just wait until you get into a situation where it matters. We'll all roll ones.
yeah.
So except for you, as proven by a lot. So you throw.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I do, and it's rough.
It hits the foot and splinters fly off the little billboard, and this time all of them start clapping.
So wait, just to clarify, this is playing a game where you throw weapons at a target.
Yeah, and the target is a billboard with a drawing of an elf on it.
Mord walks over. Can I try?
All the kobolds slowly look up Mord, all the way up. They have to crane their necks to look all the way up.
Nissa goes and retrieves her knife.
And one of them just goes,
Throw.
Hands you a dart.
Oh, a dart?
Uh-huh.
I was only
Can I
throwing a
use it?
knife because they wouldn't hand me another dart.
Can I use my axe? He pulls out a hand axe.
They look at each other. It's very clear that only one of them speaks common and not very well.
Right.
They like look at each other, and then one of them, he points at the axe and says, "Throw."
Mord nods and throws his hand axe.
Make an attack roll.
Is it strength based?
It's a very
See,
overkill
that-
for a game of darts, but yeah,
Oh,
sure.
It's a 19.
Thump. This time, having been suffered the hit from the natural 20 on the dagger already, the end of the billboard where the feet are just falls off. Just like, breaks off. There's no applause. A couple
Mord
of
looks at it
kobolds
and like
back
nods,
away.
very satisfied. He offers the dart back to them.
One of them tentatively takes it, and then they all just start moving off into the crowd. Just giving looks over their shoulders at you.
He looks a little sad, but not entirely surprised. Goes and retrieves his hand axe.
So, you make it to the end of the trading pit without any more choice encounters.
Too bad.
The road kind of leads upwards. I mean, you were taking a straight path across it. If you did a whole round around the edge, it would take you, like, at least an hour and a half. It did take you, like, 30 minutes. Actually, no, probably a little more like 40 minutes to cross the trading pit. Because you had to go around people a lot. So, looking at the map, you exit on the southern road from the trading pit. Well, south, west, but... Alright, so you're going to the book place, is that right?
Well, we want to look at it.
Alright, you look up, and yeah, you can see as you're getting closer, looming out of the darkness, there is this huge, clearly an elvish construction. And as you're actually approaching, it's like elvish architecture, but there's a lot more sharp edges and things than normal elven architecture.
Good one in for Drow.
Possibly. But yeah, it's made of this kind of a dark gray stone, and it looks like there were places where it would have some sort of large decorations. As like there's like plinths where it looks like it's kind of the kind of place that they'd have like a metal brazier or like some sort of ornament, and they've been removed long ago. But yeah, you can't really see inside. There's just a large double door, and then set in the double door is a kobold-sized door.
Okay.
You do see there are some open windows on the top floor that candlelight is streaming out of, and you can see the occasional winged kobold land on the perch and go inside the window.
Well, this is cool, but I say we come back later.
Alright, so where are you heading now?
To the Elder Hall and then to the boss house.
Okay, so you head down through this kind of constrained tunnel, passing smaller buildings, and it slopes downwards again, and this time you can see the true expanse of Brightcandle. As stretching out before you, there is this massive city, mostly of small single-story buildings with they're either single-story or like 3 or 4 stories. Some of them are elvish construction, some of them are just built together out of random pieces of wood and scrap metal, look like they could be kobold construction, some of them are these yurts, some of them are clearly goblin design. And just like looking around over this massive chamber, you can see many roads string all around it, barely organized fashion, with this massive pit in the center of the cave, leading down as far as you can see, and streaming out of the pit constantly is the sound you've been hearing the entire way here. The the sound of thousands of pickaxes digging away. And in the center, there is this column of stone that rises up a little higher than the rest of the city. And all you can make out is that there are 2 rope bridges that go up to it, and there is piles and piles of things on top of it. Welcome to Brightcandle proper. As you're descending down, you see that there appears to be a little customs post next to the road, and the road is blocked off by lines and lines of small inch-wide holes in the road.
In the
Okay.
center?
Yeah. No one is passing down this road at the moment. But yeah, there are just these little inch-sized holes in the road and as you're approaching, out of the customs post, a winged kobold flutters down and lands next to you with a little notebook and glasses.
Welcome to Brightcandle.
Hello?
I heard about you. You're from Trapgate 5, yes?
Yes, I
Good.
assume.
Good adventurers. Weapons need certifying.
Yes,
Yes.
we were trying to figure out where to do that.
Yeah.
Are they speaking in common or draconic?
This one is speaking in common.
Cool.
I'll give a moment.
You see, it raises a whistle to what would be, I guess, lips still, and blows it, but you don't hear anything. About a minute later, another kobold flutters over from somewhere about the roof of the city. This kobold has wings, but is also wearing kind of light armor, like leather gear, and has a longbow. And the kobold that you were talking to originally says,
Allow me to introduce
and puts a hand up towards the other kobold as they land.
Gold. Gold is Inspector of Weapons for King.
Gold steps forward.
Yes, I inspect weapons for King. Show weapons.
I will present my two swords.
And one is, I believe, silvered, and what's the other one?
The other one's the masterwork.
Ah, yeah.
Good weapons. Good.
Glasses.
Glasses consult value tables for me. Yes, sir.
I'll pull out my longbow and my quarterstaff.
Witch. Do you have witching license?
I didn't know I needed one.
Tut.
I'll
No
get-
witching license.
How do I get one?
What
Can I get
specifically
one?
qualifies as witching besides what she's doing as an adventurer? We're already getting adventuring licenses. We've already
You
got.
could make a case for that.
I mean, what specifically can you do with a witching license that you can't do with an adventuring license?
Witch things. You wouldn't know unless
Right.
you're a witch.
Well, then
Which things are which things?
I
hate
don't-
adventurers.
Well, if she hasn't done anything yet requiring her to be qualified under witching, then, well,
Yes, sir, the human man has point. No witch without witching license, but if no witching license. There
I give him an approving wag of my finger. Yeah, there you're getting it.
there is precedent for that.
So Pavu, how about you just agree not to do any witching, and we can not worry about that, right? And Aaron is giving you a very insistent look.
I promise not to do any witching.
Good, we can make an exception. Let's see.
Thank you. You're
Consult
very.
value table for me. I'm looking at it. Sword, under Kobold rules, silver weapon, comes out to about 45 gold pieces, plus tax. You are allowed to take this into the city. Here.
And gives you your weapons back.
Certification, granted.
Thank you. Do I need any visible indication of the license?
Glasses,
or-
do we need any physical indication of the license? Yes, we
Like,
do. Here.
And hands you a little badge that just has a hammer on it.
Thank you.
By the time you get out of Brightcandle, you're gonna look like a Boy Scout.
Show weapons.
Points at Mord.
All right, here we go. Mord walks up and takes off his coat, hands it to someone near him, and starts pulling off his weapons. 4 javelins, 2 hand axes, a mace, and a greatsword.
Don't forget your hands, Mort.
Yeah, and then holds out his hands.
This all looks up to snuff.
Do I need a I don't know. I do god magic. Do I need a license for that?
Glasses, it has been a while since we had Godman here. Yes, let me look. Godmen. Godmen are permissible for now. As of right now, Godmen permissible. Understood. You are permissible, Godman.
All right.
Take stuff and pins the pin onto your clothing. You, tall one, points at the elf.
Yeah.
It's Nissa, rather.
Nissa steps forward. She visibly only has a couple daggers and 2 hand axes.
Glasses, mark this one down as suspicious. You may go. And witch bow.
Magic.
Huh?
Do you have any specific rules for magic?
You... See the kobold's eyes flash with a little blue light as he stares at you. You are weird, god woman. You are good. Go in.
Thank you. What? What the hell just happened?
See here.
I feel like he sensed some connection to the Raven Queen there. That's my guess.
Yep.
And you are witch. Witchy witchcraft.
Well, you should look at what I posted in the gallery.
Witchcraft. Do you have any mixtures that could fall under the Legal Substances Act of last century?
What?
No.
Oh, well, that's good then. You can go in. Here is pin.
Thank you.
Disable
I'll
trap.
take it.
Glasses flies back into the trade guard post. You hear a metal click. Okay, go in quickly.
Alright. Bring on in, I guess.
You're moving
Aridin just gives everyone a wide-eyed look.
through the heavily trapped road and then past it. Have a good day.
Dan, I love that.
I thought
You're not the witcher, you're the witchess.
Very good. So,
I was suspicious and weird.
yeah.
God.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say suspicious of the road, because I was gonna say so was I with the fact there was no one there and just a line of holes in the road. Yeah, that didn't seem like anything we should go down without.
No, they
No.
referred to me as suspicious, and then the weird elf god lady or something like that.
I mean, hey, if the
And
shoe
then they let you go.
so
Okay then.
you have entered the ring, the central portion of Brightcandle. Only the highest security.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love how they only ask me about illegal substances. Which is
Funny thing
probably a
is,
good
like,
thing.
the least likely to have the illegal substances.
Yeah, that's fair. But
Well, I mean,
it's a
Other
good
than
thing they
witch
didn't.
stuff.
They took us for at our word.
murder's only illegal if the king doesn't say it's justified.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Which, most of the time the king doesn't justify it, but sometimes...
that's just a standard monarchy, guys.
Yeah, that's just a standard monarchy
Yeah,
thing.
that is.
Everything's illegal unless the king says it's not for this specific instance.
Alternatively, it could be interpreted as Catch-22, where they're allowed to do anything you can't stop them from doing.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to Elder Hall, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one you wanted to go to first. So you head to Elder Hall. Yeah, upon approaching, there's this large... It looks like it was once an elven temple. And up in the top, there is a carving of a spider, which has been defaced with multicolored spray paint, and there are multiple candles burning on top of it instead.
Okay.
The door, however, appears to be barred, and outside it there is a swoldbald in armor. Welcome to Elder Hall. What do you want?
Actually, I'm not totally sure why we came here. We don't actually need anything. I guess I just wanted to see it. It's a
I mean,
nice building.
We had come here thinking that we needed to get our weapons certified, and figured this seemed like a place of authority, but
Oh.
we already had it done on the way, so
No,
I guess
this
we're
is
just-
this is not authority. This is highest authority. Not for normal stuff. I guard because I'm strong.
I see. Well then I guess we don't have any other business here.
You have good life.
You too.
Well,
Have a good life.
Yeah,
So
have
where
good
do you-
life.
Where do you want to go now?
Well, okay, we were gonna go to the boss hall, but I guess we don't have to now. Or the boss house.
I guess we're just trying to procure supplies from here and
I mean,
figure out how the
honestly,
heck we're meeting up with nobody. Oh,
probably
wait,
the best place for
wait.
supplies is
Where are we?
rummage.
yeah. And
You're currently at the
Hey.
Elder Hall.
how are
Where is
Mord's
that?
3rd level spell slots going?
Oh, I see it. Damn. I want to go to Elf Hall.
Could be
Third
time for
levels, he's got
ascending.
2 left.
Could be
He
time to
doesn't have
ascend.
sending prepared just yet.
Oh, okay.
I told you guys not to do sending. Or if we do, be careful.
Well,
depend- or
sending
wait.
to nobody.
Oh, nobody?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was focused on wanting to go somewhere. And
We have
only
the
half
diplomat.
listening.
We have the diplomat's pouch for Un.
Yes.
So, now that we have our weapons checked, I think everything we need is probably going to be back out in rummage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
I want to go check out Elf Hall. I don't know about you guys.
Why not?
So, that sounds like fun. At this point, Mord might want to split from you guys, though. He has some really boring stuff to go do. He has to just go collect a ton of steel.
The one problem with that is I'm a little bit worried about communication and getting lost, seeing as we only have one map and one person who currently speaks Draconic.
True, although Mord, I think he would just cast tongues on himself.
Okay, that makes sense.
We could always arrange a meeting place.
Again, one map.
Well, yes, but I mean, if we all have a reasonable sense of direction, then
Does that say drinking place?
Yeah.
Before we go anywhere else, let's all check out the drinking place. It might be a good tavern.
if we
Okay.
fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we fit.
So, you begin walking over to the drinking place. On the way there, you pass the candle halls, which, again, is just a gigantic building, by Cobalt standards, that has these large, nice double doors, and then also a little... Who's doing that? Alright. And also a little Cobalt-sized door. And you can make out through the open, glassless windows that there are just altars with many, many candles lit. Anyway, you make your way up towards the drinking place, and you can see it looks like an elven structure that has been repurposed, and has like a little extension built onto the side of it, made of wood. It does have accommodation for taller people, and you can hear a lot of people inside. Also, Will, I think you might have cut out. I can't hear you.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay, good.
Sometimes I'm eating right now.
Hmm.
Sometimes my microphone lights up, but you can't actually hear anything. Because, like, it's registering a noise, but it's not actually loud enough for any of us to hear.
Oh, hi. So, who's going in?
Can we fit?
Oh yeah, it's got human. I said it has human accommodation sized
Oh.
roof.
Okay.
I mean, if we're
Yeah,
Mord will go
I guess
first.
so.
All right, you all move inside, and it is immediately apparent that this place gets rowdy. As you head in, you can just as the door opens, you can hear the music playing, and there are multiple little round tables, some little benches. All the chairs are completely mismatched. Up at the bar, there's a whole bunch of kobolds and a couple of goblins sitting up there, And behind the counter is this grizzled, old, gray-skinned dwarf with burning orange eyes who is polishing a glass, looking grouchy. There are stairs that lead up to a second floor that looks like a kobold-sized second floor. You can see in the corner there are 2 or 3 figures that are just asleep in bedrolls, and then other kobolds are sitting on top of them having their drinks. This place smells of booze, lizards, and stale food.
That's a combo.
It is.
Yeah.
So as you head in, people are talking to each other. Like, people give you some looks, but most people are engrossed in whatever conversation they were in the midst of. The grouchy Duragar behind the counter just gives you a nod. What are you doing?
Ward will head over to the counter.
Yeah.
Says something in Undercommon, then waits, then says something in Draconic, then waits, then says in Common. What can I get ya?
Well, I would have understood what he said in Draconic.
I know, but I just
Oh.
thought it was just more.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, water. Do you have any rooms for people our size?
We've got a few of those in the back, I suppose.
How many?
3 rooms available right now. How long you looking to stay?
No more than a couple of days.
Well, we've got 2 of the rooms booked day after tomorrow. Looks like we're gonna have the ambassador in. But you can have him for the next 2 days.
Ambassador of where?
Oh, we
If
got
I
an
can ask.
ambassador from Dark Elves, I don't know, coming over.
From upriver by any chance?
Oh, no. Somewhere out of Tumble Pits.
Just wanted to check.
We don't typically deal with people that live up the river.
Right. Good to know.
See any of those grinning skull freaks around here, I'll break your kneecaps.
No objections here.
You aren't grinning skull freaks, are you?
No, but
Quite
we
the
had a run-in with
opposite.
them, so we wanted to make
Definitely
sure
not.
that they weren't the ones coming by.
No, they're not welcome.
We've been causing some problems for them lately.
Sounds good to me. You want rooms now?
If you don't mind.
Sounds good. How much?
15 gold a night for our big rooms.
Oof. How big are the rooms?
Human size.
I mean, how many humans could you fit in one?
Probably 3. If you're willing to have one sleep on the floor.
Maybe we pay for 1 or 2 rooms.
Yeah. I
Got
think
1 room for
two.
as long as you want. The other 2 I'm gonna need the day after tomorrow.
Alright, worst case scenario, I can sleep outside.
I don't mind sleeping outside.
I wouldn't
true,
sleep
you
outside.
barely sleep.
You guys can stay in the room. I'm not too worried about it.
If you eat outside, just if you sleep outside, just make sure you sleep on a roof.
Sounds good
What
to me.
happens on the ground level?
Oh, the street sweepers come out at night.
Ah.
They'll eat anything
The
you leave
what?
out.
Oh.
Oh, eat? What are the street sweepers?
Oh, big, scaly beasts come eat it, clean the roads.
People-
Anything left out usually gets eaten.
They are under control, right? They don't just...
I mean,
Like-
yeah.
How many people get eaten?
We don't really keep those records in the tavern. You'd have to ask someone at Crown about that.
Which tells you it's just enough to keep track of.
Yeah.
Well, you know, most
That's
people
concerning.
are fast enough to get away from the street sweepers, but not everybody.
Makes
Well,
sense.
Hey, you know what? At least we can be sure that Brightcandle doesn't have a homelessness problem.
It certainly does not.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ!
Oh Oh god.
I mean, the thing about Brightcandle is it's not hard to find an abandoned building. So, like,
Fair.
if you want
Yeah.
somewhere to stay, chances are someone left a house somewhere you can take. But yeah, you have one day to find it though,
Yeah.
or climb on someone's roof.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
So
Right.
gold,
15 gold. I'll hand it over for one room.
one room. Here's your key. Don't leave anything outside. I already told you why. And yeah, don't just try not keep the window from the western wall locked, please.
Why?
That.
Bloody teenagers keep trying to steal my potatoes.
Okay,
Insight
then.
check?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
No one would
17?
lie about that.
Doubt.
What'd you roll?
17.
He seems to be being honest. He's irritated.
Told you so.
Fair enough.
Human room's in the back. You want a drink?
What do you have?
All sorts of things. What you looking for?
Mord holds up his hand towards this. Maybe once we're done with errands for the day.
Oh, all right.
Sorry,
So-
we're heading right back out. We'll definitely come to get a drink later. It's just Mord like looks at Nissa. Maybe we don't drink before going to meet new people.
I mean, I don't see what the problem with that is.
When have you ever seen me drunk?
I think there was once.
I might have been a bit tipsy. Once. I
Yeah,
don't drink
that's
that
fair.
often,
Let's go
and I
to our
don't drink
rooms.
that much when I do.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Just, I don't know.
I'm gonna take the key from whoever has it and go find our room.
Yeah, you
Oh,
go.
okay.
You go off to the room. It's not like a nice room, but it's got like dust on the floor and there's a mouse hole in it. But there's two pretty serviceable beds,
There's a mouse.
and there is a little bedside table. The drawers are open and empty. So, you have now a room in the drinking place.
Okay.
Where you go? Where do you want to run errands first?
Right.
Elf Hall.
So some of us want to go to Elf Hall.
I mean, if no one else wants to go, I don't mind going on my own, especially now that we have a place that we should all be able to find to meet for sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I can. I'll go with you, Nissa.
Yeah, Aridin will just tell Mord to be on the lookout for any other, like if he sees anyone purveying other magical goods, especially if he sees any wands.
Yeah.
other than
Oh.
that,
Aridin,
You looking
Are
for
you-
magic?
if you know there'd be a place around here, yes.
I mean, there's magic all over the place, but if you're looking for wands, you could try someone over at the learning place. Or,
Oh.
well, if you got lots of coin to spend, I'm sure someone in the boss house could get you something from Crown.
It's the boss house or the learning place. I don't see
Yeah.
where's the learning place on the map? Oh, Bit's
Very
learning
southern
place. I see. Thank you.
Hey,
All right. And
If,
Nissa, what were you trying to say earlier?
if you want to go with Mord, you can.
It looks like Mord's going in the opposite direction from us.
That's true.
Because the boss house is on the way to the Elf Hall.
And I'm not doing anything particularly interesting.
Okay.
Sir, if I was looking for large amounts of metal at a fairly low price, should I look for someone selling it, or I was wondering, how does the big stuff pile work? Can I go and take things, or is that not how that
no,
works?
the big stuff pile over by Rummage is owned by the Merrow family. They are the only ones that can take stuff from it.
I see.
That's why
Too
it's got
bad.
all the best stuff in it.
It's like how the stock market works. If you own stock in GM, that means you're allowed to walk in and take a piece of a car.
Yes. Which is
Great advice.
it's exactly how. Yeah, it explains a lot.
Yeah. So, if I was looking for large amounts of metal, where could I get that?
Well, something you'll learn if you live in the city as long as me is large amounts of anything don't stay in one place for long. But, suppose your best luck would probably be either somewhere in Rummage, maybe near the smithies, or you could go look over by, if you're feeling desperate. There's always a chance there'll be something someone needs to get off their hands in the Dig House district.
Where's the dig house?
The Dig House district is down by the Make Taker mines.
Let's see. Okay.
Always happy to help out new folks in Brightcandle. It's a bit of a place to get used to.
Certainly is. I was wondering on this map, what are all of these spirals?
Oh, those are old elf buildings. Usually you need an archaeology permit to go in them. Got to be careful with things like that.
Why are there specific places designated to elves?
Oh, well, Brightcandle used to be a drow city many centuries ago, and, well, it's been repurposed by several different, kinds of people since then.
Okay. Is there anything interesting at the elf hall?
The Elf Hall, yeah, that's, sort of a center of... Well, there's a fair few topsiders that live down here that devote their lives to discovering things about the ancient cultures that used to live here. They tend to make their base there. Got all sorts of artifacts, kind of like a museum. I'm not really interested.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also, one more thing. If y'all are gonna be staying out, you better keep an eye on any timepieces you happen to catch, because it's hard to know when night's coming until it's already here.
Oh, okay.
Any idea on how much longer we've got?
Oh, he reaches down underneath his desk and pulls out like this, it's literally just like a little fob watch. Clicks it open. Probably about, 4 hours at most.
Alright.
Take a hint when the street starts seeming empty.
Right.
Alright then.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be heading back to Rummage, trying to find some metal and checking it at the smithy.
Good luck, don't be eaten by street sweepers.
Thank you.
Classic rookie mistake. Luckily, it's one you don't repeat.
Broadly true, but not necessarily helpful.
I don't claim to be helpful.
Fair point.
Mord is actually going to go to the room we paid for.
That's not true. He said he likes to help newcomers.
I know.
Oh,
Okay.
Mord is going to go to the room.
Do you want to question him about that policy?
No.
Okay. Sorry, Mort.
Chainmail ways.
You're going to the room and...
Oh. Sorry, no, I had a thought in the middle of that and I decided to check something
Okay.
that has ended up being incredibly helpful. Okay.
Actually...
Mord's gonna go to the room and leave a bunch of his stuff there, like... Well, he's gonna leave his armor and a few of his weapons, but I'll take his bag.
Okay. So, and you're all headed out now, or are some of you staying?
Yeah, I'd head out.
All right.
I mean, I'm heading to Elf Hall, even though it's a museum. I'm curious, because he said some surface dwellers.
All right, and Pavu, where are you going?
I was gonna. What's Eridan doing?
Good question.
I'm just going with them.
That's not helpful
I
or
wanna
specific.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm just like towards the elf hall with a stop at the boss
Okay,
house.
Elf Hall. Okay, so you...
Okay.
Yeah, me too,
So
I
you
guess.
three are going to Elf Hall, and Mort is going to buy metal. Cool. So as you all head out into the streets of Brightcandle to investigate the chaotic surroundings, that's where we're going to take our break, as it's already
Okay.
9 o'clock.
Oh wow.
So we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so.
Alright.
Okay, so you all head out into the streets. 3 of you going in the direction of right. You're stopping by the boss house. You're going counterclockwise. Cool.
I mean, I was planning on starting. I can do the wording.
Uh-huh.
I was planning on heading straight to the elf house. They can either catch up, or
Well,
if they really
it's-
want me to stay with them.
It's actually
But-
a shorter distance the way they wanted to go. So.
No, I know. I just mean,
Oh, you're not going to stop, is what you mean.
yeah,
Oh.
I can stop if they want me to, but I was planning on just keep walking.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. You two still want to stop at the boss house, though, right?
I mean, I do.
All right, cool.
Sure, yeah.
Just checking. So you all head out into the streets, and Mord starts heading in the direction of Rummage, right? That's where you wanted to look, or did you want to go to one of the other places that were suggested?
I mean, the other places you said if you're really desperate, right? So sounds like Rummage is more likely.
No, he said. Well, he suggested 2 different places, and one of them he said the. Let's see. He said the for metal. If you're really desperate, the Dig House district might have something for you. But he also said you could look in. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, you're right. He was talking about magic. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, I thought what he said is probably in Rummage, but if you're really desperate, Big House.
Yeah. He said. Yeah, he was talking about. I'm confusing what he said about magic items, magic stuff, or whatever it was. So anyway, point is, you head up towards Rummage, which isn't that much of a trip. And as you're on your way, so how much you're looking for enough steel to make what right now?
Okay, hold on 1 second. So I have...
If you don't have it worked out, we can do the other scene while you're doing that if you want.
No, I do. It just changes because I didn't have the chainmail factored in, but I can do that really, really quick. 10. I need 30 pounds of steel.
Okay.
So I calculated it in pounds because I could find the weight of the armor.
So the thing is, right. The thing is, you don't speak a lot of common languages here.
Oh, tongues.
Oh, right, you're casting tongues, right? So you have an hour.
Once I get close to where I, whoop, you're bad. Hold on.
I forgot about tongues.
Yeah, once I get into Rummage, unless I need it before then, and over near the smithy.
Right, so you're going to the smithy first. You're looking for steel. So you're looking for how many pounds?
30.
30 pounds.
And
All
I'm
right.
also keeping an eye out for scrap metal, because if I can just find, like, scrap.
That's
Or
probably
just,
going
like-
to be... Yeah, I mean, you can find enough steel at the Stuffmaker Smithy. They have a lot of it. A lot of it
Okay.
is repurposed. Some of it is made there. You can probably get your hands on that for about 150 gold pieces.
Let me check something.
Maybe... Actually, considering where you are, it's probably going to be more like 160.
Checking something. 160 is thoroughly worth it. Holy crap, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Thoroughly worth it.
Steel isn't what's difficult. It's the craft that is difficult. And also,
it's
making
just,
plate.
for everyone else, the combined price of these 2 pieces of armor is 1,900 gold.
Oh!
So if I have to spend 160 gold on steel and then make them myself, that is so
Damn.
worth it.
Now, granted,
Yeah.
granted though, your skill level isn't quite. You can try and make plate mail, but like it's not gonna be. You're not super confident you can make plate mail right now with your skill.
That's fine.
It is the most complicated armor to make.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you have the materials now. It is heavy to carry, like that much around in your bag with you at all times. But you've dropped off some stuff recently. You're probably
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I would transport that. That is a lot. Probably in like a crate, thinking about it. I could probably carry a crate around.
Yeah. I mean, you're strong. You can carry it. I'm just saying it's not something you love to carry for a long, extended trip.
No. And is there a possibility they would have space in their smithy for me to work?
You want to ask?
Yeah, I would ask while I was there.
So yeah, you head over. The kobold you've been talking to is this even scrawnier than usual little white scaled kobold who's wearing like this burned outfit and is wearing these gloves that are coated in some sort of chemical, and he's wearing this little floppy hat, and he just says,
You want to use stuff, Smithy?
Yes, please.
We charge by hour.
How much per hour?
You want to use Big Man Forge. It would be 5 gold an hour.
5 gold an hour. Alright, I'll probably come back later. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Come back soon. Good luck with craft project.
Thank you. Alright, and then if I've got that, there'll be some other little pieces I need to pick up, like leather straps and stuff, but like
yeah, you're looking for the
we don't need to go through all of that. You can pick that up just like around. It's really common stuff.
No, it's not hard to find. But getting your hands on it, you wanted like leather straps, you wanted the leftover stuff and remind me the two things you're trying to make again?
A breastplate and plate armor.
Breastplate and plate armor. I'd say you could probably pick up the rest of the materials combined for about 30 gold.
Really? That's a lot.
I mean, you need a lot of padding for the plate mail as well, because you
That's
can't
fair.
You can't just wear plate without without any. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly thinking. I mean, they both need padding, but the plate mail needs more because it's heavier.
Yeah, the plate mail leads them out. All right.
But yeah, 30
That's
gold
reasonable.
for the combination, probably about all that, and then you've got what you need to make both of those pieces of armor. Now you just need to see how your skill level is for that. Also, if as another note with this system, it is also good to get someone else's help. Having an assistant in any blacksmithing project is generally a very helpful thing to have. But you don't need one.
Good point.
Anyway, so while that's happening, that probably takes you a little more than your
few
hour.
hours.
A little more, a few hours. So your tongues does run out. Do you want to cast
That's
it again,
fine.
or do you want to try and find someone who can speak a language you know?
Does it run out before I get all my stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean, it only lasts an hour, right?
Yeah, I would just cast it again.
Okay, cool. 2 of them should do it, though. Yeah, you get all your materials. So the rest of you are heading off, and you stop, some of you stop by the boss house, which is this large, looks like it was once an elven manor house, but most of the windows have been boarded up, and there's torchlight on the outside, and it is guarded by 2, large, kind of lumpy clay golems. They just stand there, staring out at the road. What are you doing?
I guess walk up.
Yeah.
You walk up. One of the clay golems just steps up to you and looks down.
Wait, where are we?
The boss house.
Oh, okay. Is Dane on?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is this where you
So,
wanted to go?
So we would stop off at the boss house. I don't know if you want to do that first or.
Yeah,
No,
we're in the midst of doing that at the moment.
Okay.
Are you having trouble hearing or something, or are you just distracted?
I was just distracted in that moment. That was
Okay,
all.
just checking.
I'm going to keep walking, you guys, unless you want me to stay.
I mean, unless you've got a specific interest here, we could meet up with you afterwards at the drinking place.
Sure.
Who's holding
That
onto the
works.
map?
We're a shorter distance away, so I imagine Nissa should probably take it.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
I don't mind not taking it if you guys need it more.
I'm just concerned about the fact that Crucian's bringing it up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
Okay, I've swapped back to my wired earbuds. My wireless ones are dying.
All right.
Although I'm charging them, they'll be back soon.
Cool. It's fine. Sounds about the same. You. All right. So yeah, you head off with the map. You two. There's this clay golem staring at Pavu.
I'll step back.
It steps
See what
back.
see what it does.
It steps back
Okay.
also. They're both just standing on side to side of the door.
I'll slowly approach the door.
One of them steps to the side and blocks the door.
Greetings, I say in common, just carefully, like, raising my hand up. May we enter?
It doesn't move.
I'll call out beyond it. Hello? Is the doorway open?
It is closed, but there are some cracks in the door.
I'm just gonna call out, hello, is there anyone there?
About 20 seconds passes before you hear footsteps. The door opens and slams to the clay golem. Move! The clay golem moves to one side, and out struts this this kobold that crests head height about 4 feet. Taller for a kobold. A little taller, with kind of these deep red, almost black scales. That is wearing like a chain shirt and has a spear, and has an eye patch over one eye.
State your business.
I was told we might acquire wands or other items of magical interest here.
Which boss do you want to talk to?
Which, pardon me?
Which boss do you want to talk to?
Oh, I didn't know we had to choose. Who would be able to sell us some wands?
Magic. Licenses.
I'll show my adventuring license.
Fine. Magic boss, come out here.
The door opens again, and this very pale kobold. Well, actually, I'll just get you a picture, why don't I?
Ooh.
Let's see here. Making sure I've got it here. Yeah, there is this pale kobold wearing this fancy headdress and wielding a staff with a little crystal at the end of it. That moves
Hello
out.
there. And I'll
Hello.
do you prefer common or draconic?
Common is fine.
Very well. I was told we might be able to invest in wands or other magic items here. Is that correct?
I am magic boss. You want magic? I have magic.
That checks out. Thank you. How does this work? Do we come in and look at the merchandise? Do you just tell us what's available? How does this? Sorry, we're new here.
I don't sell often, but when I do, I sell well. Come inside. Move, golem.
The two clay golems move out of the way.
All right, so we'll follow.
The boss house looks like the inside of a bank, where all the bank tellers would sit, except instead of tellers, there are either a mixture of important-looking kobolds and clay golems. Just a lot of clay golems.
Right.
Yeah, clay golems are a good 8 feet tall. And, yeah, look a little sinister. But as you're moving your way in, you can see many, many candles lit throughout the room. This fancy chandelier with all these bigger candles in it. And you do notice that without seeming to really think about it, the magic boss tends to move in a kind of weird little erratic zigzagging pattern as he walks through the hall in the center.
All right.
Do you follow the pattern or not?
I mean, does it look like very specific and intentional, or does it just look like teetering back and forth?
Oh, it definitely looks It definitely looks like a practiced
I'm gonna
habitual
follow the path.
movement. Okay.
Oh, as I see Pabu doing this, I call it. Oh, should we be imitating your steps there?
Huh?
I
Oh,
don't know, but
yes,
maybe.
follow steps.
Oh, okay. Aridin will attempt to do so.
You don't spot most of them, but occasionally you do see that when you're taking a step, you are avoiding a pressure plate.
Ah,
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, Cobalt Society. Traps are a very important part of Cobalt Society.
Well, duh.
And he leads you off to one side where there is, behind one of the, this appears to be his little desk corner. It's like a cubicle, where there is just a desk piled high with things. And turns and says,
What type of magic you looking for?
I mean, what do you have besides wands? We might be interested in potions, but
I have magic.
and lists up 3 bottles of purple liquid.
oh, what do those do? Are they all the same?
These are 3 of the rarest potions in Brightcandle.
Oh, what do they do?
They are very rare. One second.
looks over at like this little, squints at this tiny label on the back.
These are potions of reading the mind.
Oh.
Ah, interesting.
Very expensive. Very
I was going
good.
to say, are they rare because of what they do, or are they rare because they're purple?
Both.
How much for one such potion?
I cannot let it go for less than 150 apiece. These are treasures. Shh, very rare.
Ah, yes, of course. I will pay them the respect they're due. I'll think about that. Are there any wands you have?
Yes, wand. Good. Stick of magic.
And holds up a, this large kind of curling silver wand, and at the end of it, kind of closer to the end, it seems to morph from just these curling spirals of metal into chain links.
This is wand of stopping.
When you say, stops a person from moving?
Stop person, yes.
Ah, I see.
It casts stop person spell.
Ah, how many, I see. That seems useful. Yes,
Stops
I don't know that,
people.
all right, any other wands?
Yeah.
Here we have, and holds up another wand. This one has like a little piece of, almost like a broken piece of sea glass at the end of it, and it's made of wood.
This
Oh?
wand of water moving.
Oh, that's actually quite interesting. How many charges does it hold?
Charge. Magic money, yes?
Yes, exactly.
It have 5 magic money.
And how often does it get back magic money?
This one is whenever frozen.
Oh. Huh. That's slightly limiting, but huh. You just freeze it and it gets back all of its charges?
One time day. Freeze.
Right. I mean, Pavu, I know you have a way of conjuring ice. I don't know if that would be enough, but this seems potentially very useful. How much would this go for?
Oh, this is valuable magic stick.
White.
I'd say, for 350 gold.
Ooh.
Wow.
Would you let that go for 300?
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Well, hold on. I was gonna say, does the draconic lineage at all factor in here?
No.
Damn it.
No, unfortunately. Kobolds treat each other the same way. So, not really. I'm afraid.
Okay, well that's that's a grand total of 6 because that was a 2. I'm not even gonna roll the. Well, you know what? I'm gonna roll the other one, but
Just
it'd
to
have to be a.
see.
It would have to be a 1.
Was it a 1?
Yeah. So that's a 5.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh, that sucks.
350 gold. I am respected, magic boss.
I understand. We just have a tight budget, so I want it, you know, it's prudent to ask. But I'm pretty sure that
I
I'm
don't
trying to remember.
know
It's
that word.
oh, I'm just thinking. I know that on the computer that I don't have set up right now. I think Aridin has roughly about 400 gold out of the supply. So I mean, I don't know exactly how much he's got on him. I know that wouldn't leave him with much left, but I think he can afford that.
All right, I obviously have no idea how much you have.
When I finally get dusted out, which really should be soon, then I will check and I'll just subtract 350, and if not, we'll take that from the party fund. And
Fair enough.
if no
Fair
one has
enough.
an objection,
So you want to buy it then?
yeah, I mean I'm taking it. It's a wand of control water.
I mean, seems like it.
All right, so and just to be clear, this is a spell that lets you manipulate water. Lasts about not that Aaron would know this, but how long does it last?
I don't have it up right now, but I can look.
Okay.
Control water. Lasts up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
The range is 300 feet.
Okay,
Wow.
so it is just straight up control water. It is a druid spell, but Aridin doesn't know that, and the prospect is more appealing to him than a wand of hold person. So,
Wait, what?
oh, Aridin's choices were a wand of hold person and a wand of control water. I can
Both of
take.
which I have, I think.
Yeah,
Do I?
and yeah, they're both druid spells.
Mhm.
I mean, Aridin doesn't know that, and for it would be very in character for him to want that wand anyway, but not the whole person one. So yeah, he's gonna buy that.
All right. Indeed, the magic boss hands it over.
Thank you.
I am being bothered by my cat again. So
As
that's
per
cool.
usual for cats.
God damn it. I was trying to figure out Roll20 is being annoying, so give me one sec. I'll have the card for you in a minute. Roll20 is being irritating. Cat, I need you to be not here.
Good, you take C thing here. If you are looking, I have other magics.
Yes, I don't necessarily have a lot of gold on me right now, but if you'd like to give me a quick overview, I could talk to the group about it.
Here I have magic stone. You put in weapon, do magic.
Very good. Anything else?
Here I have magic dancing shoes. I have hat of make cool. Here I have,
What when you say hat of make cool?
it makes head cool.
Is there a specific spell attached to that, or is it just make your head feel
Make
cold?
cool.
But not
Cobalt
frozen.
Spell.
Not frozen, just cold.
Cold. Yes. Good
Cold
for
enough-
hot cave.
Cold enough to make hard water.
No.
Okay,
Cold for hot cave.
I see. There are a lot of those around here.
Yes.
All right. Well, anything else?
I have map. Magic map.
Map of where?
Map of, how to say...
Points upwards.
So what's magical about it?
A magic man left it, so it's magic. I haven't figured out what it does yet.
We're under something.
I may.
I'm actually gonna cast detect magic again.
Okay.
You may want to ask for permission in a place like this.
Well,
Oh,
If Aaron sees
Yeah, I
you start
would've-
the motions, he'll elbow you.
can I cast a spell to see what magic there is in the room?
I think she just wants to know about that map. We're going to be heading upwards, so that if it's
I
actually
just want to know what kind of magic it is.
Basket!
a kobold comes running over.
Yes, sir! Are they allowed to cast magics inside Boss House? Looks like it, yeah. Are you guessing? No. Very well, cast magic.
Thank you. And I'll cast detect magic.
Wish I was there because I want to roll an insight check on that so bad.
Yeah.
There are several magical little trinkets around on these tables.
Is the map magic?
The map is not.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah, the map is not magical.
What schools, out of curiosity?
The potions. Let's see. The potions that he was holding are.
Wouldn't be divination?
Yeah, divination. It's just making sure. Yeah, there's the potions of that. There is some stuff under the pile that's evocation, transmutation. The hat is transmutation. Let's see. The dancing shoes are not magical. Yeah, and the wand.
wands.
The wand is magical. It is transmutation as well.
Okay.
Also, the staff that he's holding is magical, as well as the orb and the headdress that he's wearing.
Okay.
Um.
Makes sense.
So what's special about the map, Havu?
I'll like lean over and say quietly, I don't think it is, but it might be important for where we are.
Yes. I mean, they are certainly going to think it's valuable because of that. So. How much for that map?
For a magic wizard map.
On the map that you presume is magical.
Is magic wizard map. I found in Wizard Place. It is 100 gold.
100 gold. I may have to talk to my companions about making such an expense on a mere map, regardless of its source, but we may come back for that.
Very well. Ask for Magic Boss or Court Wizard.
Understood. Thank you.
Basket? Yeah. Show them out. Okay.
You are shown out of Boss House. Meanwhile, Nissa, you are heading to the Elf Hall. Also, I have the. Let's see. Apparently, Dane is our wand holding player. He's got both the wands.
Hey, they are very practical with quick and
They are
spell.
very practical, it is true. So I have showed you the card for the Wand of Water Control.
Doesn't Megan have a wand too?
Yes, I do.
True,
I
it's
do.
not exactly a typical one, but yes, it is a wand, you're right.
That means we have 3 wands.
Yeah. Her wand is a weird one, though. It's a witch's wand, so it doesn't have charges. It just ignores lightning resistance.
So it's just
Yeah.
when the wand would take cold damage, regains 1 charge instead. So you can literally just cast Ice Knife on this.
Once per day, but yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's 5
That's
charges.
nice.
That's trading a what is it? A 1st level spell
Yeah.
for a 4th level spell.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's true. It is a very good exchange rate there, but it is one of those things where you can't spam it, or it takes forever for you to recharge.
yeah.
But it's a good one. But yeah, anyway. So, at the Elf Hall, Nissa, you make your way up, and it is indeed this large, flat-roofed building with this spiraling metal structure on top of it that leads up to a point. There's light coming from the inside, and the doors are not guarded. You want to head in?
Yes.
Alright, you walk in, and immediately you can see around. There's a couple kobolds, there's a few, there's like 1 or 2 Duragar, there's some drow, and there is a human and a Goliath over in one corner. There are these glass cases containing most of them are just old cultural artifacts from a culture you aren't familiar with. They aren't really labeled, except in Undercommon. But there are some other things, like there is a stained glass window that looks like has been, like they're attempting to reconstruct. That looks like it once belonged to this building. What do you want to do?
I want to just look around.
Alright. One glass case contains this kind of curved sword that is like just a scimitar, but it's it is made of bronze, and it is of a type of like a style you're not familiar with.
Huh.
On another one, there is a shield made of the same. Again, these strange kind of flowing designs with these very hard edges at some of the corners. It looks maybe human design, hard to tell. You've never seen anything like this before. It's definitely very old. There's a couple coins in one case that are made of, it looks like maybe gold, or maybe it's electrum. It's very kind of dirtied up and dusted, like they just unearthed it from somewhere, and it has a insignia on it you're not familiar with.
Okay.
The insignia looks like a kind of stylized bird. Hard to tell which bird. You keep looking at some of the other cases. Like some of it's weaponry, but most of it's just like everyday items, like pottery. And there's like a wagon wheel in there that looks like it's just a slightly different design than you'd expect. There are some broken mining tools, things like that.
Okay.
And standing over by the stained glass window is the Goliath, who is very carefully attempting to place pieces of glass back into the window. And the human, it looks like, is standing over by another glass case and is currently writing in a book.
I want to go look at the glass case.
You look in a few of them.
And the one that the humans buy.
Okay, you head over. As you head up, you can see that she's wearing long black robes. And leaned up next to her, there's a very jagged zigzag branch that's leaning up against the wall. And as you look up, you can see the case that she's next to. She's just writing in a notebook, but the case underneath it appears to contain a kind of silvery metal wand with a small thing at the end of it that looks like it was broken off. But one of the visible bits is a metal arrow pointing down.
Okay, that's interesting.
As you move over, the human looks up, and you can see she's wearing this wide-brimmed black hat and has green goggles pushed up over on her eyebrows. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Don't see people from the surface down here too much. Who might you be?
My name's Nissa.
Nissa. Nice to meet ya. She reaches out a hand.
Nissa holds up or shakes her hand.
So, oh, I'm sorry. So rude. Name's Ali.
Nice to meet you.
Right. Yeah, of course. Sorry. Pleasantries are rare down here. What are you doing here?
It's kind of a long story, but
People usually is for people that end up down here.
the reason we're here specifically is we're meeting someone whose name is Nobody, and they are nothing.
That sounds like a pickle you've got yourself in.
Yeah.
Can't say I've heard of him myself. So you're not
I don't know if he's here yet.
So you're not an archaeologist then?
No.
Alright, fair enough. Well, take a look around, just be careful, you know. Don't wanna break anything.
Of course.
She looks back down and just keeps writing.
I move along.
Alright.
Is there anything else of interest?
I mean, there's more of these cultural pieces here and there. There's like some tablets, and occasionally some books containing lots of text, but they're kept in the cases as they look very delicate.
Damn.
The language you don't recognize.
Okay.
Not even just that you don't know it, you've never seen it before.
Interesting.
We'll say in terms of you browsing, and for the sake of brevity, we'll say that the other that Pavu and Aridin show up as you're browsing the cases.
Okay. I want to cast Comprehend Languages and look at the books again.
Okay. You cast Comprehend Languages. Looking down at the notes, it does translate, but it seems to, like, you kind of have to shake your head a few times, like it takes a little longer than usual.
Huh.
The page that's visible through the case just appears to be discussing the merits of certain types of weaponry versus another. And then on the other page, it appears to be discussing ideal battle scenarios.
Interesting.
As you're standing there, one of the Duragar walks over, and you can see she has her black hair up in a tight bun. Again, these like slightly glowing orange magma eyes, and has an axe at her side. Can I help you with something?
No, I'm just looking.
All right. Just got to make sure there's a lot of people in this city that want to take this stuff.
I get that.
No offense,
I was
meant.
just... No, none taken. I was just curious. Because it was called Elf Hall on the map.
Oh, we got some elf stuff back in the other room over here, if you're looking for that.
I'd like to see it.
Alright, it was the initial studying area. Are you two coming as well?
If there's no issue with that.
Oh, of course not.
Sure.
Come back here. She leads you back into the other chamber that makes up the other half of Elf Hall. This one has a lot more stuff on display. And there's also fewer people in here. This was the initial target of our research. We were looking at the origins of the Drow city here. We unearthed a whole bunch of artifacts. Overall, though, wasn't nearly as interesting as the other culture we stumbled upon.
Well,
Still,
what
though.
culture?
Oh, well, we don't have an exact name for them yet. Whoever they were, they lived somewhere above us on the surface and managed to dig down almost this far. Been studying things about them, trying to find bits and pieces. That project's only been going a couple months, but we haven't, we haven't exactly had approval from the king to go all in yet, so... But look, over here, and leads you over to some, there's a whole bunch of fine silverware that just kind of showing you. As you can see here, this stuff was some of the finest we managed to uncover. It looks like there was a mine collapse in here that killed fair few of the Dark Elves, back when this city was still functional. Seems almost pre-divergent stuff. Big deal. Drow culture's evolved a lot since then. A lot more spiders nowadays.
Yeah.
But they still prefer silver and things like that. Over here you can see this mural is depicting the typical role of a man in Drow culture. That is, a servant. Man, outdated stuff. Anyway.
That's very interesting.
Drow culture, nasty business. But, well, what can you do? My ancestors, not exactly the best either, so...
Same can be said for me.
Wasn't gonna ask, but where are you from exactly? I've never seen an elf like you.
I am from the Shadowfell.
Cat, please.
Is that
Please don't do that. Sorry about that.
I was wondering why it all of a sudden made that noise.
Yeah.
Very cat. Okay. Sorry, I missed what you said, but...
I'm from the Shadowfell.
Ooh, other planes. That's an interesting one.
Yes.
Hmm.
But I've been here, or on the surface world, for over 100 years.
Oh, elves. Tend to live ages. I myself am 126. It was a interesting time for me, though. Tell you what, Durgar upbringings are rough. Rite of passage when you're 16. It's a rough time. Luckily, though,
Yeah.
as of recent years, the Baron has banned slavery, so that's a big step forward for the Durgar.
Definitely.
At least in this area. You know, trying to step away from Deep Duera and all that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, most of the stuff in here is just dusty old Dark Elf tomes and cultural stuff. Archaeologists find it fascinating, like myself, but common people don't come in here that often, especially around Brightcandle. Tell you what, kobolds, not ones for learning from the past.
No, not at all.
But it's where we set up. What about the rest of you? Where are you from?
It is a long story.
So she's mentioned to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's above the surface. Very cold place.
Ooh, Northerners. At least from what I've
Yeah.
heard. From Ali over there. She's our leader these days. She's been digging up stuff on the surface for as long as I can count.
What race was Allie again?
Human.
Oh. Okay. How old did she look?
Mid-20s.
Okay.
Anyway, well, is there anything else I can get you in here?
No, not really. I was just curious.
Of course, of course.
Around.
We're always grateful to people that are interested in learning about history.
History can be the key to a lot.
I agree. So you all are here to meet nobody, you said? Someone
Yes.
named Nobody?
Yeah.
That sounds
Yes.
exciting. Well,
Yeah.
do you have any idea when they're supposed to show up?
No clue.
No.
Well, if you're looking for something to do while you wait, I'll tell you what. It's a sight to see in the tumble pits. They're having their annual championships.
What, the tumble pits?
Aye. Oh, well, mostly the fighting pit itself in tumble pits, but
Okay.
all sorts of people fighting for money in there. It's a good time.
Is there anything specific you have to do to qualify? To compete?
I mean, depends on the day. Depends on who's running it. But usually, I mean, they have weight categories. But there might be some big people for you to fight.
Okay. we'll think about checking it out.
Of course. As you're actually moving back out into the main chamber, Pavu, you didn't notice earlier the dark-robed woman with the wide-brimmed hat, who was still writing notes over who appeared to be Ali, the leader of this expedition.
Mm.
You definitely recognize the staff and the outfit.
A witch.
Almost certainly.
I'm guessing. Okay.
Just letting you know that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, where Mord has managed to purchase his stuff. Is there anything else you want to do before heading back to the drinking place?
No, I don't think we want to dawdle out here.
No.
Okay, just wondering.
What
So-
else is around? Let me look at the map.
The street sweepers, they're always ready to say hi.
Yeah,
I've heard they're very friendly.
yeah. Of course.
What does that say? Mix something?
Mix world.
Mix world?
Mix world.
You
It's
guys,
the world of mix.
are you guys heading back? 'Cause I want to go check out another place.
Well, don't dawdle out here. Maybe we should. I mean, how long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. It's a little ways down the street.
Maybe we could do it tomorrow. You don't know when the street sweepers are coming.
I mean, not
run
that
in-
I'm. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, not that I'm afraid of them. I just feel like they might get a little pissed off at us if we kill one of their street sweepers in self-defense.
I'm not too worried about it. You guys should head back if you're too worried. I'll just go up on a roof if I see any.
All right, we'll trust you on that, Nissa. I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's based on that laugh. I'm just wondering if the roofs will save you.
No, I just mean Nissa's obvious recklessness continues. That's all.
Oh,
yeah,
It's about.
Like I said the other day, if she dies, Mord will be sad but not entirely surprised.
So, are you two heading back the way you came to go back to the drinking place?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Nissa, you're heading to Mix World. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Mord, is there any other trips you're making while you're out?
I'm not making any other trips, no. You just get his stuff and head back to the drinking place.
Okay, cool. So, Nissa, you head down the street, and Mix World becomes pretty obvious before you get there by the giant column of smoke issuing from the roof. It's like a short, like 3 or 4 human stories tower, with the roof is just a flat top. You're not even sure, it might be open, and black smoke is pouring out of the top of it.
Okay then.
Yeah, and you head over. All the windows are boarded shut, and the door is just this small, like little. It's like maybe dwarf size, so you can still fit in, but it's not a big place. And there's just a little sign outside that says in many languages, "Mix World."
I want to go in.
You push open the door, and you immediately see 3 or 4 kobolds working at different tables. The first thing that hits you is the smells. There's a lot of smells going on in here. Rotting fruit, old plants, floorboards, alcohol, unidentifiable acid and chemicals. And then there's just this overpowering smell of not sweaty. That's the wrong word entirely. I'd say musty. Yeah, like musty lizard smell. That's the word I'm looking for.
Musty lizard.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever cleaned out lizard tanks before, but you'll know exactly what I mean.
No.
Oh, I think I do know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had to take care of one
Mhm.
once.
yeah.
It's not a good smell.
Not
No,
really,
it's
no.
really not.
No. So you head in and there's that, and you can see 3 or 4 kobolds look up. They are all wearing, like, at least glasses. Most of them are wearing, like, these, actually, hang on one second. I have a picture.
Yay.
By the way, I don't put these on stream at the moment, so if anyone watching wants to see these, I put them in the peanut gallery on our Discord. Ooh, it appears I didn't actually grab that one anyway on my computer, so I will have to get it to you later. But wearing these like multi-lensed green glasses.
Oh, I think I know what one you're talking about.
Yeah, and kind of look up. One of them is holding 2 bottles. They don't say anything. They're just staring.
Nissa stares right back.
This goes on for about 20 seconds. 30 seconds. You hear something glass break upstairs. And then some shouting from upstairs. The kobold with the 2 bottles moves just very slowly down behind the desk so you can't see him anymore. What
on earth is happening?
One of them says something in Undercommon to the other. Then there's a reply. They're still staring at you.
I continue to stare back.
This goes on for a solid 1.5 minutes before the kobold, one of the ones in the back, takes a step towards you and then stops. And then takes another step. And another step. He's just staring. And it says something in Draconic that you don't know what it is. And then scurries around behind the desk.
Aw.
The kobold with the 2 bottles just makes a little sniffing noise. And then a short figure about kobold size made of glass comes running at you.
Oh!
And is going to try and tackle you.
Can I teleport out of the way?
Make an intelligence check. Try and get a focus on teleporting out of the way really quick.
Where'd my dice go? I'm good at this. So many puzzle pieces.
Doof, doof.
Intelligence. That is a 17.
You teleport out of the way, and the door, which you were holding open, swings almost closed, and the glass golem rams straight into it, and you hear a loud crack, and it ricochets off.
Oh no!
And, like, falls onto the ground, falls over, and it looks up. It's just the shape of a kobold, but made of glass. Its head now has a crack running down the side of it, and it's just gonna run at you again.
I'm just gonna let it tackle me. I'm actually gonna, like, sit down on the floor.
Okay, you sit down, and it bowls you over. It is still very hard, and you are now on the ground. And all the kobold alchemists run out and are just, like, cheering.
Okay, then.
You are on the ground. They don't seem to see you as much of a threat anymore.
I knew I should have knelt down.
However, you still don't speak their language.
Do you have someone that speaks common?
They're still cheering for the glass golem. The glass golem is just sitting on top of you to keep you on the ground, but isn't doing anything else.
I'm going to attempt to ask the same thing in Elvish.
Nothing.
Nissa rolls her eyes and taps on the golem.
Tink, tink, tink. It sounds it sounds a bit like this.
Okay.
It doesn't move. However, about a minute later, there's a fluttering of wings, and 2 kobolds in leather armor, recognizable as the same outfits as the royal kobold you met earlier, land. And say something in Draconic, and then look at each other. When you don't respond, say it in Undercommon. And then they are going to... Yeah, they're gonna attempt to handcuff you. Are you
Okay.
trying to do anything about that?
No.
Okay, you are handcuffed, and immediately they pick you up. Like each one takes underneath one of your arms. Are you resisting?
No.
Nope. And they start flying with you.
Oh, yay, I can fly.
Okay. So meanwhile, the rest of you get back to the drinking place. What are you all meet up? What are you up to?
Well, Mord's probably been back for a little bit. I think they did more stuff than he did.
Yeah.
He hasn't been back for that long, but a little bit. So if he has been back, I'm trying to figure out if there's a makeshift forge I can use somewhere. Is there a fireplace in here?
There is a fireplace in the middle of the tavern. Yeah.
So before everybody else gets back, Mord goes over to the bar.
The Duragar is still standing there, polishing the same glass.
Hello, I have a strange question.
Hey?
I'm willing to pay some money for this, but can I use your fireplace?
Is it to cook a rat?
No. No.
Alright, then go ahead.
Alright, thank you. He goes and he gets his armor.
Okay.
His old armor.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna use his channel divinity for 1 hour to like get his hammer and suddenly like heat it up and smash it down into like bars.
So, you're sitting there, for a little while you're just sitting there, cross-legged, just meditating, and as you breathe in, the fire flickers, and then when you breathe out, the fire flares brighter. And this continues for about half an hour until the fire is really hot. Way hotter than it should be.
Yeah.
People are just watching, and just really interested in whatever is going on here. But yeah, as you are sitting there, you then open your eyes and place the armor within the fire. And you fashion a cast out of one of the logs in the fireplace. Very briefly, the fire doesn't seem to bother you.
Oh, really quick. He is not melting this down. He is forging it. I looked it up. If you melt it down, you lose like half the metal and you fuck up the carbon levels.
Right.
So you have
just
to like
melting it down enough to put into bars. Okay.
Yeah, you're just heating it and then like smashing it.
Got it. So yeah, my bad. I don't know enough about metalworking.
No, it's good. Yeah, I didn't know enough either. I specifically was looking this up to see if it was even doable because I know that the metal goes through some process to make it hard that make it very hard to reuse.
Yeah, I do know you can do that, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know enough about metalworking, but yeah, so
No,
scratch
it's
that.
good.
You take you literally just in the middle of the fireplace just start hammering it.
Yep.
And people jump the first few times, but then are just kind of watching. You have no idea what comments they're making since you can't speak any of their languages.
And do you mind, as part of this ritual, if he can just grab the metal with his bare hand as part of his fire resistance and the ritual?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so he just grabs the red hot metal and just starts hammering it.
Yeah, and you now have that in ingot form.
55 pounds of steel.
You also currently have no armor.
Yes. So,
remember
this was a big-ass risk.
Hopefully you don't get in a fight soon.
Yep.
What's your dexterity?
+1.
11 AC. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, well, I do have a shield, so it's 13.
Oh, whole 13.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whole 13.
That's that's like 1 under Nissa's AC, right?
No, it is Nissa's AC.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, as you're just about finishing up getting that together, Pavu and Aridin arrive.
Oh.
So they walk in, and I've just finished, and I turn around holding a red-hot bar of metal. Hello!
Oh, you've been busy.
Hi.
set it down on the fireplace, which
Oh.
I'm assuming is stone.
I like to think that you don't notice it's hot until someone points it out, and then you're like, oh god, and you drop it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
that's completely accurate. How did your things go?
Well, we found an interesting magic shop in the old Drow Museum. By the way, we may, through the boss room or shop or whatever it's called, they have a map of the area above us, which sounds like it might be useful. They wanted was it 100
Yep.
or 150 gold?
Yeah,
100
it was
gold.
100 gold.
100 gold for it, thinking it was magical because some wizard had given it to them, but apparently it's completely mundane. Yeah, so if you think that's a good investment, then we should go back tomorrow and pick that up.
I think that's a great idea. I think it's very useful to have a kind of map that could actually be incredible. I mean, we've had no idea where we're going.
Yes, well, well, actually, I should have asked them to put it aside, but it seems like a very niche kind of thing, so hopefully, big wink at Crux there, hopefully it'll still be around.
Wink
By the
all you
Dungeon
like.
Master's grace.
It won't change nothing.
I know. But, alright, so yeah, that's Eridan's. And then Nissa went off to investigate something else. She assured us she'd be fine if the street sweepers came.
What
She
you
does have
didn't,
that teleport.
what you didn't count on was
I have to ask. Do you all want to take bets on the chance she gets arrested? Based on past experience.
I've been arrested once, and it was for something I didn't do.
I mean, I'd be willing to put odds on her doing something that'll get her arrested, but whether or not they can actually pull it off is another question.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll bet I'm rolling for this, just so I don't meta. I'm going to bet that she... I'm trying to find where the hell the die just went. Okay, I'm rolling again. I'm rolling again because I can't find it. I'm willing to bet that she did get arrested. It's a risky one. She's very hard to catch.
All right, well, if she doesn't, then you're buying my drinks tomorrow.
Seems fair. And if she is arrested, then
I'll buy yours.
fair enough.
Meanwhile, Nissa, you are flying over top of the giant pit in the center of the city. In the direction of the central spire.
Oh. Okay.
Brightcandle doesn't have much of a hierarchy.
So, do either of you speak common?
They don't respond.
How about Elvish? I say in Elvish.
All you hear is the wing beats of them struggling to both hold you up. Fortunately, not wearing armor and you're kind of light, so it's not that hard, but they are.
Dwarvish?
Nothing.
Just gonna systematically try every language.
Nissa rolls her eyes, but doesn't struggle or anything.
Yeah, good. You're above a giant pit. That would be a bad idea.
Hey, quick question: do teleports preserve momentum?
Yes, it is. Now
God
you're thinking
damn.
with
Well,
portals.
I'm technically semi-transparent or whatever because I used my Raven Queen's thing.
That only lasts like
But I
6
can also-
seconds, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah. It's for the next round you have resistance.
Yeah, so that's
Or like until the start of your next turn.
that is long faded.
Oh.
So
I
okay,
don't-
I'm
I
just
don't
noting
remember.
that. I'm just gonna note that in mind that you said teleports preserve momentum because Eridan has Misty Step. So thank you.
I've also got Dimension Door, which I'm saving for when I really need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say they definitely preserve momentum because I've definitely. Well, oh wait, no, that wasn't a teleport. That was Arcane Gate that I'm thinking of. The Arcane Gate is literally Portal from the game Portal.
Yeah.
I actually will have to think about that one because I realize the thing I'm thinking of is Arcane Gate, and that's different.
So
if you let
I
that
think
stand, I'll exploit the shit out of it. Don't worry.
we
Oh, I
went
know.
over this a good bit with Shay based on a few
Yeah,
different spells.
I can't
I think
remember.
for Misty Step, you turn into mist and straight teleport. So I think we ruled that you it does not preserve momentum. For
Oh,
Dimension
yeah.
Door, you step through a portal, so it does.
Right, yeah, you're right. We did go over this. Okay, yeah.
Because
so
I
Misty Step
remember
doesn't,
I used
does.
Dimension Door,
Yeah,
and I like angled it to like throw Shay back up in the air.
that was a fun one.
I was
think that's
actually
what we
really
rolled.
proud of
I
that.
think it was like a spell by spell basis thing, and
Yeah.
Misty Step literally, yeah. So yeah, I'd say Dimension Door definitely does because it's a door. And Arcane Gate definitely does because that's really fun, and I've seen that. I remember when Dylan was like, "Why did I take this spell?" And I'm like, "Have you read it?" And then nearly the next combat, they killed like a really powerful bad guy by just throwing him in the infinite portal loop and then ending it.
Wow.
Oh man.
Well, they did the infinite portal loop, and then the paladin put Moonbeam in the portal loop.
Oh my
So
God.
he had a choice: keep taking damage or escape and die. Anyway, because he could have pushed off the wall and just like splatted.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, so Nissa, you are flown over this giant pile of stuff. And you can see many kobolds moving about, some in fancy dress, most in like a lot of the people over here are dressed in what looks like changed and like edited drow or human clothing, like drow and human regal clothing that has been made to fit kobolds.
Okay.
One of them, one of them is wearing like a suit and tie that has been like cut up so that it fits a kobold.
Okay.
And towards the center, in the center of all the big stuff piles, there is a large tower of stacked benches. And at the very top of those stacked benches, there is a high-backed lazy boy chair. And sitting in it is a gold-scaled kobold wearing a crown.
Okay.
They land you in front of that giant pile of stuff. And they shout something up at Draconic.
Watch literally no one here speak any other languages that Nissa speaks, and she just has to make it through the whole thing. That would be kind of amazing.
The Kobold King clears his throat. And then pronounces something in a deep, resounding voice in a language you don't speak. And seems to be awaiting a response.
Nissa just raises her eyebrows. I don't speak whatever language you're talking in.
The king clears his throat again.
You speak common, yes?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
What is your transgression, elfling?
I have no idea.
He says something in Draconic. Both of the guards start talking at the same time, and then one of them shuts up.
My guards tell me that you were causing, and I'm using a technical term of art here, a ruckus in Mixworld.
Knew you
Is
were gonna say
this
that.
true?
I guess I didn't mean to. I couldn't understand any of them. I was trying to ask if there was anyone in there who spoke my language.
You visit without a translator.
Yeah.
Foolish!
I didn't know I was going to be coming here. I didn't even know this place existed.
Turns and looks at the guards.
Let it be known that this woman is exceedingly foolish.
Oh my god.
It's well known. It's well known.
People around start nodding. For some reason, they understood that, despite it being common.
Okay.
Or, you know, they didn't.
Or they didn't. It's a
Very
50-50.
When the king says something, you usually just nod.
I'm gonna see if I have the... I do. So imagine this, but with gold scales.
Oh.
Beholds His Majesty.
Wow. Beautiful.
Let me see this. Nice.
In your infinite foolishness, child,
Infinite
you
foolishness.
have caused me to miss my snack time.
Oh no.
How dare you?
Gotta be
What?
careful, that could be a death
What do
sentence.
you say your transgression shall be punished with?
I will have my very skilled chef friend make you food.
That is not a punishment in the strictest sense. Very well. Your transgression shall be punished
Damn
by
it.
forced labor in the form of cooking for me.
I mean, I can technically cook, but I'm pretty sure Mort is better.
Probably.
If
Guards,
Zephyr was here, it would be Zephyr.
who exactly is your cooking friend?
His name is Mord. I mean, I can cook, but he's probably a better cook.
Silence falls.
Oh
Everyone
no.
turns.
Oh no. Oh no.
People from all around
God.
turn and look at you.
Oh no.
Nissa immediately puts her hands up in surrender.
You said his name is Mord?
Oh my god, what did I do?
Oh god.
Why?
Are we gonna find out that most of us have doppelgangers that have been running around fucking things up in the Underdark?
God, I hope not.
Yeah.
Or is that just Aridin, is what I wonder.
Spear,
One of the guards moves forward.
send a message to the Explorers Guild. Immediately.
Someone
I
already told them.
Must shut up. I must speak to Finder.
What
The kobold nods and
Mort
flies away.
do?
So, meanwhile, what are the rest of you up to?
Hey, just a quick question. Are the agents of the Explorers Guild called Keepers?
Maybe. They might be.
What?
Which
It's their
which-
finders
Which
keepers.
may mean that the head
Oh.
of the guild is called Finder Keeper.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Wow.
You called me out.
How
on
did I
that.
know?
So
So the rest of us,
yeah, what are you up to?
Mord goes to grab a little bit more metal and is going to go repeat the process but make a breastplate because he has 2 channel divinities.
Oh yeah. How much is so? That's under 100. Is that right? Or are you
No,
just-
it's not
Oh,
under
right,
100,
right, I
but I
forgot.
have the 20 pounds of steel.
The breastplate will, if you're doing it by yourself, it'll probably be like a 2-day project. But you can probably get it done in 2 days by yourself.
Even with the channel divinity?
Yeah. Yeah. Normally it would take longer than that. But
Okay.
it is still gonna be a very nice one, hopefully. So for this, you're just, let's see, you get the benefit. Well, actually, no. It's just,
Okay, hold on 1 minute. I didn't realize that. I thought the channel divinity was going to cut this down to an hour.
I'm afraid, yeah, not for this piece. No. Sorry.
Okay, well then we have a problem because I was planning on it cutting down making plate mail a lot, and if that's going to take like 2 weeks, we don't have that kind of time.
I mean, it still won't. I don't think the plate mail would take you 2 weeks, but it might. Yeah, it might.
Well, like any estimate on that?
Let me
Because
see. Let me just make sure with my numbers here. Because the plate mail would probably be a... I mean, again, if you get help, it takes less time. But you're trying to do it by yourself at the moment.
well, okay. If it's gonna take that much time, I thought it was gonna just be an hour. If help would speed it up, then I might ask for some help from someone. But
I mean, I'd say you could probably... Let's see. Just let me... Hang on. I'm not, like I said, super familiar with this system just yet. So give me a minute to make sure
yeah, that's fine.
I know what I'm talking about. Because I know this system takes way less time than the normal system, because the normal system is dumb. So give me a second. But I don't... Because I would say a breastplate would probably be like a level 4, level 3, level 4 kind of thing. So then that would be, let's see, you've got the base materials. Assistance. Time. I'm just looking for time. It doesn't, oh, crafting times. Here we go. Ah, right. So you have how much stamina available at the moment? I think it's just like 2
I have
or 3.
no idea.
Let's see. You're tier 2, I believe. So
Sounds right.
So you have 4 stamina, actually. Just go ahead and write that down, by the way, just so we remember.
I might have it written down somewhere.
Right,
Let me check.
you have 4 stamina. Oh.
This says tier 1, but that doesn't sound right.
Well, it was probably when we wrote it down.
Oh, okay.
Tier 2. Yeah, hang on. Sorry, I'm really sorry, everyone. This will only take me a second. I'm just trying to read how much does it...
Sorry, I was just browsing.
Okay, this is taking me too long to figure out. So what we're gonna do is because it isn't. I'm trying to figure out how you calculate how much stamina something requires.
Yeah, you want to do that after the session, maybe?
Yeah,
I doubt we're leaving here today.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, why don't we figure out the crafting after?
Okay.
Between sessions, I'll make sure I have this proper. I misread something last time. So anyway, you're working on that. We'll get to that. We'll decide what happens with that in a bit. Apologies, everybody. We haven't used the system too much, so I haven't been up to keep up to. Can you? I think that's my cat. Hang on. She really likes laying on this computer. Anyway, what else are you all doing? Assuming Mord spent some time on that. Not much time. What? Hello?
Yep.
What do you all want to do?
Yeah.
I mean, are we, like, I guess I don't think we have any more business really at the place where we're staying. I think we're just kind of waiting on the resolution of Nissa's thing.
All right, so you all are.
Oh, yeah, we're just waiting for Nissa.
Take some drinks and wait for Nissa, or are you not drinking yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we'd probably drink and relax. And this is usually out late. We don't really have any reason to be worried.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And I also said I was going to sleep on a roof, so...
Oh, right.
Yeah, we figure worst case scenario.
All right. So you all are going to rest now. Okay. Yeah. At this point, you all would probably wait. Like. Yeah. I mean, you said you all wouldn't be worried if she was out late. So would you go to bed without?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a few
Probably.
other times.
Fair enough. So you all go to bed.
Yeah.
We're just like, she runs the street sweeper. She will just teleport onto a roof. And
Yeah.
True enough.
have a story for us in the morning.
So Nissa,
Mm-hmm.
you are guarded for about an hour until eventually across the rope bridge comes a group of 6 kobolds in scout uniform. The one that seems to be in the lead is a strange gray-skinned kobold that seems to have some scales and some skin and some protruding, lumpy, topaz-looking gemstones.
Interesting.
Interesting. You've not seen a type of kobold like this before. And begins conversing with the king. Afterwards, this person, who appears to be called Finder, moves over to you.
Greetings.
Hello,
What is your name?
Nissa.
Nissa. I am Finder, head of keepers.
Nice to meet you.
What brings you to Brightcandle with your friend Mord?
We're meeting somebody.
For what purpose?
He's supposed to help us get somewhere.
Where?
Up. We are
You
attempting
wish-
to stop a prophecy, which I don't see that going well, but oh well.
Prophecy.
Yeah.
My lord king, it is as you suspected.
Oh dear.
I, as you know, my fellow kobolds, am always correct. Yes, of course. And as you know, the prophecy, should it be fulfilled, could be catastropheicus. Yes, of course. Now, your friend Mord has been prophesied to come here for many a generation.
Is
Jesus.
that so?
Oh.
The prophets have said that the skull once Mord of Cain is your friend from Cain.
I don't actually know. Yeah, no, I don't know much about where he's from.
Very well. We will have to question him in the morning.
And
Yeah.
sorry, just to be clear, the words you said were the skull wants Mord?
Yes.
Oh boy, okay.
If the skull wishes for Mort of Cain, we must think long and hard before delivering him. He may yet be the key to our future.
Who's the skull?
Our skull is prophet guy. He wants more.
What? May I meet him?
Weren't you listening?
Well, remember, you do know that the place. I think Nissa would remember that the group is called the Grinning Skull and would hopefully think to ask.
Right.
That's what I'm worried about.
Is he part of the Grinning Skull?
I think Skull is always smiling, child.
Okay. Is there any chance I can meet him?
Possibly. It depends on my council and I, and what we decide. And we still have to deal with the matter of your rambunctious behavior.
Yes.
Everyone here in Brightcandle knows the irrevocable law of the staring contest. And you have breached it!
I'm sorry, what?
And you have breached this law.
What?
This most foundational of principles.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, Your Highness.
Does any here dispute the holy sanctity of the staring contest?
No, of course not.
I'm not denying the holy sanctity of it, but what are the rules? No one told me.
Uneducated fool.
Yes, I'm an uneducated fool. Now educate me, please.
Bring forth the papers.
God.
And so, you spend the next hour not learning how to do a staring contest since you don't read Draconic.
I'll cast
Well, you could
comprehend
cast-
languages.
Okay, so you do spend studying the complex rulebook of Kobold Staring Contests.
Had you decided this ahead of time?
I am afraid I'm not at liberty to reveal that information. Anyway,
Oh, no.
so... Will's gone. What the hell was that?
Bye-bye, Will.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh, hey, he's back.
I just heard like, yeah,
Oh.
bye, I will. That's all I heard.
So, as you sit there, having met the king a little earlier than perhaps expected,
Yeah.
as you all find rest within the Kobold city of Brightcandle. I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Alright. That was interesting.
That was very...
Oh, God.
You were prophesized and wanted by the skull.
No.
Oh,
Can't the
Jesus
skull
Christ.
just leave me alone?
No.
Nope.
The people with the gear symbol is all up on you. The skull is, yeah, more just you don't have a lot of control over your own fate, do you?
No, I really don't.
It seems you've met with a terrible fate.
Oh, you're finally awake.
Oh, God.
Looks like you got
One
caught
day.
up in that Imperial ambush.
One day we gotta start a D&D campaign like that, but you can't ever tell us it's coming.
No, that'll be the intro episode. You'll never know until session 0 happens.
You wake up in the back of a cart,
Yeah.
slow fade in, and then you just play the music in the background.
Yeah. Oh, you're finally awake. Popped up in
After that,
Imperial
there's the
ambush.
encounter with the flying train.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh man. Well, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for running.
We'll be back next week. Join our Discord if you want to see the images. Good night, Internet.